I don't know what I'm doing. Y'all all right? Whew. Well, rough to get up, boy. I tell you, I started calling this home that morning. Telling folks, come on, pick me up. Give me a ride. Goodness, man, that thing will move on you quick. Y'all all right, though? Yes, sir. All right, too, to be alive. One more again, but I tell you what, time is chasing me down. Isn't that right? Well, I appreciate Milan to keep me on this side and on the other side. Isn't that right? Y'all saw some of them old pictures I was sending? I was just showing Danny the one in my office and now. When he was little, I was like, goodness, Dan. I had to figure out which one it was. I thought it was Makai, and I was like, that's Danny. Man, they was so little. I was like, goodness, boy, time set in. Well, we appreciate Mr. Yahuah for keeping us around and looking back over everybody had Justin with that long beard. Well, he like a lumberjack on that Danny. They had that long, if we'd have kept letting them thing go, his beard would have been on the ground. Good, because you know white people can grow their long. Yeah, he had to hang that thing over the back of that. I know the white eat him. He look like a leprechaun with him. That man keep food in his beard. If I was hungry one day, I couldn't find out reading that got me an apple and an orange. I said, goodness, man. He keep food in that thing, though. But everybody all right? Yes, sir. Well, y'all mighty quiet. I had to look around saying nobody done nothing anyway. Appreciate it. Appreciate my grandkid. They gave me a card. I get me an interpreter to read it, though. And they told me what the card said. I ain't see none of them words on that one. You the best papa in the whole wide world. I'm looking at that saying. It's a lot of stuff missing. You say a lot in one scribble, huh? It must be that new in cursive, isn't that right? Man, write a whole book in cursive. No, that was good about the cursive though. You miss a letter, you just do it in cursive and fix the OS now. Like you said, you just do it, and you be like, I know Basha got this little thing he do, he up, down, and I said, he said, that's my signature. I said, man, you need to get you that. You can't use that. And then them 2 letters right there. He said, no, that's the whole thing. I said, well, you know, people get away with it now. Isn't that right? So what we going to do about our situation? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like, fix it. Isn't that right? I'm still for the mobilization of our people for change. I won't get that plight up, no matter what it costs me. I'm a believer in it that you know, we can have our own. We don't need permission to do that either. I don't believe in asking permission to do it. I just believe we just have to be willing to do it. This is not the first time our people have been in a situation where we have to start considering making changes. If for nobody else, I guess a lot of people my age, a little younger around that age, I guess they're kind of comfortable where they're at. At a period of time, you just kind of lose your fight. Y'all young people ain't gonna do that, man. Are y'all gonna do that? Y'all ain't gonna lose your fight, are you? Y'all know what you? That's I appreciate it. Y'all don't lose sight of what you want to do, because you know you always remember where you at, and remember there's a lot of limits on what you can do. You know, you can't go but so far. No matter what you want, you can't own it, you can't possess but so much, because they'll make rules to block you and stop you. And the type of people we are, we need that space. We need that room to express ourselves and show our talents. You know, that kind of builds us up. When you can look back and see what you're able to do, it kind of more or less kind of instill in you more of a mindset to continue to go further. When you limit it and you kind of keep a person out, it's like if you go to a zoo. Any of y'all young people been to the zoo before? You'll never see an animal really in the cage doing a lot of tricks. They'll just kind of be sitting around moping, kind of almost looking. Every now and then they might do something, they get something to eat. Because they look at, I'm limited. You might go. I remember I used to go, and the last time I went, I took my kids, I used to bypass this, you know, go any zoo in the United States. My kids, I take them stuff like that. I love, you know, animals. I like them, they're natural. And the one time I went, I remember the gorilla was sitting behind the glass, and I was hitting him, his back turned to him. I was hitting him, like, you know, trying to tap, like, you know, like do something. And the way he looked around at me like, are you serious? Right. I mean, it's just the way he turned around and just looked at me like, I don't believe you. And it just kind of radiated to me. I thought about that thing. I was like, to myself, like, why wouldn't he be, you know, I want this. I ain't coming here to see him sitting or just sit here like he was sitting. And it kind of hit me and realized, that's you, nigga. They want you to do something too. But this animal looking at, I'm restricted. What do you expect me to do? Right. What I had in my mind was what I saw him do on television. Right. You know, when he's in his natural habitat, how he moves around, how he can go up a tree, how he'll, you know, just move. I want to just kind of see every animal do what it does in natural habitat. And none of the animals did it. And you know what? I told my kid, I told my wife, I said, that's it. I'm done. No more. They never been back. They never. Remember we used to go alligator farm. They never been back. I ain't taking back. They go on their own. I said, something done. I said, I'm looking for an animal. I said, this is the same thing they telling me. What's wrong with me? Right. Why you want to? Why you won't stand up? Right. Right. Why you won't pledge allegiance? Right. And the look of that gorilla just really made me it just really radiated me. I said, I was done. I said, I'm done. I said, I'm not doing. I'm done. I said, I'm looking for a caged animal to get up and do something a free animal do. Right. They looking for me to do something that a free nigga do. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in my natural habitat. I'm restricted. Because anytime anytime the ringmaster gonna come in and beat me, or the zookeeper. So I don't have an option. I don't really have the incitement, you know, to be all that I could be. You know, like they'll tell you, like join the Marines to be what was again? Which means the only way to do that, that means you're going to give me all the tools. You're going to give me the lead way to do that. I can't be all I can be here. You're going to restrict me. Every time I get ready to do something, it's above what you want me to do. Or if I excel some of my white counterpart, then you're going to shut me down. And you're going to invoke a law that's going to take something from me. So it gives you that mindset of why do it when they're going to take it from you. And see, that's a cop-out too. Instead of, you know, think about a lot of, you know, about why, I mean, it don't make sense. Why you gonna do it? All they gonna do is take it from you. Why you gonna do it? All they gonna do it, and then a lot of people don't do anything. So it hurts us on both ends. It hurts us for the people that do strive to be all they can be and they get slapped down, and it hurt the people that say, why do it? Because they're gonna take it from you. So the only agreement we can come into, let's do it, let's just get from up under the ringmaster. You know what they do? They don't have, how many of y'all have been to the circus? They don't let everybody come out. They got a ringmaster. Somebody who called the cadence, who coming out and let you know what they're going to do. Somebody put a time limit up there. We got to get rid of the ringmaster. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's who control the circus. That's it. That's who control the circus. They don't just bring everybody. It's a ringmaster bring everybody and control them. Y'all got it. And we got to get rid of the ringmaster. We got to start controlling our own destiny. Again, that's not a plight that hate and kill white people. We're just saying, let me live. Y'all got it. If you choking me, if I'm defending myself, don't ask me why I hate you. It's me loving to live. That's the only reason I will fight you, is because I want to live. I love life. I want to live. And it's just hard to live and really get all the feel enjoyment. Like when you see Caucasian, your counterparts, it's a difference with how they can see things. Even we can all recognize that the world is in a bad place. They can too, but it's still good for them. When everybody's selling, getting rid of stuff, their mindset is buy it up, get it now, because it's going to come back. For us, if it come back, what position were you before it went down? None. What position were you going to be when it come back? None, nobody. So it kills your drive. So they really put you in a mental state and a financial crisis to where you don't get, because you keep wondering, man, how they keep making it. Don't y'all know they crash economies? They crash the dollar, they crash the pound, so they can go back and buy it cheaper, and then they can get more. For us, it's dangerous, it's scary, because they know the outcome. It's different when I'm the one crashed it. I'm the one that give permission for it to come back. So it can in any way be a bad investment for me. But for us, it's all chancing for you. I remember when the Iraqi dollar went out. Y'all remember that? We bought some. The dinar. Saddam had his dollar actually priced over the American dollar. Their lowest bill was a $1,000 bill. Most of them were $25,000. They go buy stuff. They bring in a $25,000 bill. He was like, I got oil. Why is my dollar placed lower than the American dollar? That makes no sense. I'm an oil company. I'm over here. We got the diamonds. We got gold, other stuff. So they looked at his dollar was too high. As a matter of fact, he actually was getting rid of the dollar, just like a lot of other countries are doing. They cycling out of the dollars. But they still got a way of coming. They're gonna break you on the trade end. But they took the whole economy. Those dollars got out. Even in the military, that people might not remember, it was a big robbery that happened over there. It's a shooting. And somebody, listen, they took like millions of this money. They took millions of, they got that dollar off the market. Just totally wiped it off the market, got it out and replaced it with a new dollar. Because too many people had gotten it. And they were gonna restore that economy back. Guess what happened? A lot of people are going to be rich. A lot of people are going to be rich. A lot of people are going to be rich. They can't afford for people to be rich. So you can't oppress rich people. You oppress poor people. Rich people won't do anything. Poor people will. Until they come down the value. Rich people will do anything in order to obtain it. They'll just keep you in such a low deficit to where you'll do anything for nothing. Just like crack, like a girl, like hypothetically. Now you wouldn't give me your body for $5, would you? $10? If I got on crack, she would. How many agree? I got you on crack and got you strung out. You can't afford to get it, you will. You'll do it for less than that. So you see how they do that? They control that. They do things to deframe you. And if you guys are not conscious of this stuff, you don't know. You just don't know. You don't know. A lot of these things they put out here that people just casually sit around and drink, for us it's dangerous. They'll put more alcohol in the beer you'll drink. White people will drink Michelob. You won't find an alcoholic that drink Michelob. Alcoholics gonna drink cheaper alcohol. Am I correct? You won't find an alcoholic that drink Heineken. It's too expensive. They'll get a beer for white people that's more of a casual drink for them that doesn't cause them to become overconsumed with it, and they won't become alcoholics. They'll give you a beer like a Slit Malt Liquor Bull, Old English 800. Now in the 70s, Old English 800 was a regular beer to drink. They over intoxicated to get who? Then they made it for you couldn't buy it for 99 cents. You got a bottle of this beer for 99 cents. Cold, on ice. The bottle, the top, and the label all manufactured by different people, and the alcohol. So I got somebody who makes the alcohol, I got somebody who makes the bottle, somebody who makes the top, somebody who makes the label. I got somebody who makes the box that it goes in, and I can sell it to you on ice in my store, keeping it cold for 99 cents. Why that's crazy? It's if everybody doing it for a penny. Say if everybody making it for a penny. Is it practical that they can make 32 ounces of beer for a penny? What the workers make, like $3 an hour? I used to pick up from Budweiser. Those guys in the I used to pick up for them in 90, I used to deliver stuff to them. I'm telling you, this is in the 90s. They were making $18 an hour. They were making 18, and they used to get them free beer. On Friday, they got free beer. They get them like a 12-pack. I used to deliver to them because I used to bring, for R&A, we used to bring like boxes, other stuff they needed. We didn't bring the beer to them. We never transferred the alcohol, but we brought other products they needed in order to do it. They were making $18 an hour then. I used to deliver pick up for R.J. Reynolds. They were making 20-something in the 90s. And they would get them free cartons of cigarettes. Yeah, that was nothing. Because, I mean, they made enough money off of our people to get them to smoke. Like, they smoke. Like, years ago, in the 70s, the most popular cigarettes were Cools. Winston, Benson Hedges. The Winston was more white people. Country most though, but those are more popular for black people were Benson and Hedges and Cools. Am I correct? Those are more. What's that? No, not for black people. Lucky Strike more. Salem Light. That's right. Those are Salem and Salem Light. Those are the three more popular cigarettes for black people. Then they condensed everybody and got us on Newports. The generation I came up after that one, we all smoked Newports. So they want to put more nicotine inside of Newports, making it more addictive. White people smoked Camels and got less with no filters and Winston, which was like the most disgusting cigarette in the world you could smoke. It was so strong. Yet they had less of a cancer rate than we did. See, all these things y'all need to know about. You can say, well, they drink, they smoke. Yeah, but I put more stuff in yours than I put in theirs. So don't ever get caught up with it. Well, they drink, they smoke, they fine. They'll learn how to casual drink. They'll get them something. They know their people are quick to become addicted to something. So they'll make a less potency of it so they can enjoy it without becoming more addicted. Not saying whites don't become alcoholics. Y'all don't contract cancer, but you got more of a rate. So now it look like, you know, that when I do my survey numbers, that blacks are more subject or prone to get cancer. But we won't look at why. They'll try to sit there and make it look like it's genetic. So guess what you'll hate to do? You don't know what you'll hate? Being black. Because you're the highest person to get diabetes. You're number one to get cancer. You're number one to become addicted to alcohol. You're number one to become addicted to cigarettes. So what makes me love me? When I look at their chart, I'm number one I'm number one to go to prison. I'm number one for dropout in school. Now tell me what made me proud to be black. Say it loud. Okay, you say you're black. You're number one for diabetes. You're number one for you're number one for heart disease. You're number one for blood pressure. You're number one for cancer. You're number one for dropping out of school. You're number one for incarceration. You're number one for homelessness. You're number one for being a crackhead. So say it loud. That's why that song won't make it today. Because everything about you, they give you negative. See, James Brown, he wound up losing everything behind that song. That was the fall of James Brown's career. That and him having something to say when Dr. King got shot, when he was supposed to spoke and doing a concert and talk to everybody about calming down. he wanted to credit that to himself. I don't know why, but people do that. He actually spoke. I had a concert when Dr. King got killed, and they were cutting the food, and someone jumped up on stage. He was telling them about how they need to act, and how we need to do it. He should have kept his mouth shut. Yeah. You don't tell us how to act on behalf of no white man when we had one of the greatest orators ever had been gunned down. And you tell me I'm supposed to sit down. I mean, anything, you should have canceled your concert. That's right. See, the stuff they get these people credit for, I don't. He hurt us more than anything. It ain't like black people, we had somebody came and said, we're going to stop selling y'all beer. You just killed Dr. King. Dr. King was the greatest thing that ever lived in our time. In the last 100 years, 200 years, we've known no greater black man than Dr. King. Would y'all agree, Uncle Ted? And you're going to tell me after he gunned down that we need to sit down and know how to act. Let me see. The man moved. Dr. King, I remember he was trying to put guns out. And you remember when Dr. King was passing guns and stuff out? And Night of the Black for the protest marches? Was he none what? And he got killed. He just fell out on his own. Nobody touched him. That's all the man preached was nonviolent. So when he got killed violently for speaking on behalf of nonviolence for the liberation of his people, why would you think we were going to sit down and say what Dr. King would have wanted? You know what I know Dr. King would have wanted? To live. Yep. That's right. See, you can't, this is the thing. Don't take something from me and tell me how to act. Let me say, this is your phone right here. You like that phone? Okay, I'm going to take it. No, act not. No, Dr. King. This is yours. How am I going to take from you to tell you how to act? I'm going to give you your course of action. This is yours. This is your phone. Now, you want me to respect you, right? I can't respect you with that attitude. I just be under there. If Cheetah came to me right there, I could respect it. Y'all heard the key. I never said I would get back a phone. See, that's what white folks get you, protest. Y'all know that? Anymore we have, no, when they say, this is how they get you, this is why niggas are not the smartest animal on the planet, okay? You really check behind yourself, you have feces in your drawers when you're white, okay? You can't be superior. Simply, them just tell you your bad parts here. The people make a fool out of you. They tell you how to come correct. I give you a permit. I give you a time span to come in more peacefully, out of the way, and when I tell you it's time to go, go, right? We'll do that. How does that fix whatever you're here for? See, I just beat you out, and you feel like, yay, we did it. Non-violently, we came, we obeyed the law. What did you get accomplished? See, they play you every time. So they beat you in every end, because now you control my behavior. Now my behavior is wrong when I come out. Look, January the 6th. Where are all these white people new to condemn them for January the 6th? It's so minimal. It's so minimal. Steve Bannon defied Congress. He defied the court system to do what they tell him to do. And he get 4 months in prison. 4 months in prison. Defying Congress. Are y'all said Congress done told you to come, then you went to the court, you still defied the court. Dave, is he gonna do 4 months? Is it literal part they're gonna give him 4 months in jail if you got a 4-month sentence? No way. This man probably wanna get 30 days. He wanna 4 months. It's no way in the world he gonna do 4 months straight. He gonna be they're gonna put him in a minimal security prison, because this is gonna be a white collar crime. Guess what they did? They already said, the judge done already set out why his appeal go. This whole thing will keep running, keep going. When a nigga gets sentenced, you leave from the courtroom. Get up from the table. This how you leave. You going straight in your cell. They don't have no. And this is what people don't understand, how they make things for white people. First of all, for anybody that know about the legal system, the feds don't have anything under 5 years. There is no such charge that the feds have that you can do less than 5 years. Conspiracy is 5 years. The feds don't have a 1-year sentence. They don't have a 6-month sentence. They don't have a 3-year sentence. The minimum you can get from the feds is 5 years. But most niggas don't know that. That's for conspiracy. Right now they can lock me and you up for conspiracy. You know what the problem gonna be with that? They never said we did it. They said we were conspiring to do it. How are we gonna argue that? Because it's not a charge saying he did it, sir.
That's conspiracy it don't run just say 5 years.
Yes, sir.
It runs this way because you got 1, 2, 3, you don't know how many cases you got.
That's true.
All of them, they're gonna tie conspiracy in there. So you're gonna start, like you said,
5 years.
But max.
Yeah, you can max higher. Most of the time, people don't realize these Martha Stewart and them people, 1 year, 2 year, go to work, What's the other white boy they killed? The one, the Jeffrey Epstein. Locked up in Florida, let him out every day to go to work.
Right. Yep.
Come back and turn himself in at nighttime. This is a white collar crime.
Yes, sir.
You think they mean, yeah, fed. Only for you, they ain't got no state. Ain't gonna let you go home and go to work every day, come back, fed, let you do that. They know how to put each other. They know where to put each other, make it look like they done something hard, like they done something. Then, not to mention, he get out here and write a book. Right. Not to mention the fine he paying, they gonna pay that for him anyway. The fine $200,000. Trump them gonna pay that. Yep. They're gonna keep it in my shit. He'll go and do books, movies, all that be over with. If they only gave you 4 months versus they'd have gave him 4 months on a 10-year sentence. Now he'd have to do nine years and what, 9 years, 9 months or something like that on probation or on parole with them. But they give him just 4 months, all that be over with. He'd be done. So they give him stuff that look cute for people that don't know how these people operate. But the nigga can't get 4 months.
Right.
And see, that's all I'm saying. Our people, and I will continue to stress that, how the importance of we need to govern ourselves. Yeah. We need to be able to be back in control of our homes and our family and our destiny. We need a bigger part in our investment, our future. I don't need no white man coming to tell me what he gonna give me so I can get. I know what I need. You don't know what you need? Right. They'll run a campaign and come to tell me and try to tell me I need all this poor effort, help from him. I don't need nothing from him. All I need is my freedom, my liberty.
That's right.
I just be honest, I don't know. But I mean, a lot of people felt like slavery was a good place. At least it gave them something, somebody to control them. I said we did better by ourselves. Yeah. The reason I know that because we were doing better by ourselves before we met them. Yep. You know what's sad about that? Everything I just told you, guess what happened, Chris, what's bad about it? I ain't got no proof of it. Because guess why? He got all my history. He got all my books. He got all my literature. So now when I talk it, what you going to say? It's my mouth. So let me ask you a question. Let's go with that. That's my mouth. So we've been in slavery under these people dictatorship for over 400 years here in America. So we have to say, if I'm wrong, that the so-called Negro did not come in existence but 401 years ago. Yeah. So how were you existing before you met them?
That's right. That's right.
Where did they come and get you from? You hadn't existed before you met them. What do y'all think the purpose of white people in these white countries going to Africa? When everyone in these countries go, but white people are terrible business people. This ain't me talking, this fact. They bankrupt and ran everything they got by their own hands, okay? This is how they came from Spain and they came to Africa, because they were broke. Yeah. Most of y'all don't know. That's how the whole thing happened. They came to Africa because everybody knew that Africa was rich with gold. They weren't even using gold, diamonds, and they came there to get it. When they got there, guess they saw another value on something else? The nigga himself. This was a valuable commodity. The nigga had mathematics, he had buildings, he had infrastructure, he had wealth, he could grow, he can rehab. White people couldn't grow. Why you think they got you? They were terrible. They stole tobacco from the Indians. And that's R.J. Reynolds. Why they don't put the red man back on it? When tobacco first came, I can tell them back then, they used to put the red man on it. Because they had to contribute that tobacco growth, that the Indian was the person that done it. But he took it from, you don't see an Indian on the side of a cigarette, do you? You see Newport. They had to, in the 70s, they always had a white woman smiling with a cigarette. Everybody, white man, Joe the cameraman, they had a white man on a horse with the Winston-Salem. They took it from him. That's what they do. Now nobody even recognizes the Indian. That's where he learned got tobacco from. He didn't know how to grow tobacco. When he got tobacco, took that crop from the Indian, he took it and wiped Europe out. Put everybody on smoking cigarettes. Okay. Then he came back and he gave it to the king, Prince Albert. I'm sorry, I'm telling you, well, can I have Mr. Albert? Can you imagine that? The man dead on the can, I had to call him Mr. Hey, look at me and say, what you say, boy? I couldn't ask that man to give me no Prince Albert. I had to say Mr. Prince Albert. Even though he was dead, was a white man. You know how bad these white folks here in Louisiana, and how bad they were? I knew a guy from down there, well, I still know him. He said they were so bad, when they be down there, if you had white walls on the front of your car, y'all know the tire, you had a white line on them, and you had like 2 black tires on the back, they'll make you switch them around. They said, what you doing with them niggas chasing that white man? I know. That's the kind of time they have. So you got the white walls in front, you got the 2 black tires behind it. They don't like it. They said it looked like 2 niggas chasing a white man. Put them black tires in the front, let the white man chase them. See, something you don't think nothing about. That's his psychology. If you were downtown with a white shirt and a black tie, they want to know, so what you doing, boy, with that nigga choking a white man? Oh, they didn't know nothing about these white folks. Can you imagine somebody waste that kind of time? He want to know what you doing with a nigga choking a white man? Who that trip? Because that shows you that there is something, and there's a message in everything that you do. The fact that you don't think nothing about it. It's a white shirt. I got a black suit on. I put a black tie on the white shirt. He do. He said, that's a nigga choking a white man. Oh, wow. Years ago, I had an old preacher who used to be with us. He was telling me about it. He said, years ago, they'd be uptown. He said, let them know. So the only time they want to see up there with a tie, they ask you, say, you a preacher? You ain't a preacher, they tell you need to get that tie off, nigga. They ain't want you looking like that. Not at all. See, nothing changed. Why y'all think they sell you these clothes? These baggy clothes these kids buy. Are these black manufacturers and store owners? No. White people manufacture. Now they sell you the little goober squeezers. Yeah. Nigga, I can't find nothing. Just wear what you had. Show them yourself. I'm telling you. Why y'all think the purpose of saving their pants? Because they're going to squeeze up. They want to cut your sperm count. Between the alcohol, between the cigarette, between the crystal meth, between the other drugs that you're taking, and between the tight little skinny pants he give you, they're looking to cut your existence off. On top of the mass incarceration. On top of the illiteracy. Listen, you're becoming extinct. You just don't know it. Your numbers dwelling. He don't want to tell you. He wiping your numbers out every day. Look how many things we got. Not to mention how many of us kill each other. These are things you need to know. We had to go through, and what we're going to do. I want y'all to do this. I want y'all to do me a service. Shane, I want you to walk in. Come on. I want you to greet him. I want you to, come on. No, yeah, come on. Y'all watch. I want to see how you greet him. Remember I told y'all, I'm going to see what y'all remember. Say, go ahead. Go walk to him. Greet him. How you supposed to greet him? Anybody say nothing? Huh? What you supposed to say?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you? No, you call him brother. Look at him. How you doing, my brother?
How you doing, my brother?
What you supposed to tell him?
Good.
Fine, my brother.
Fine, my brother.
How you doing?
Good.
That's right. And then what y'all doing now? Because y'all transferring energy. This energy, if I say something negative to you, I'm transferring energy to you, which you're going to give it back to me. Now, we're going to be two negative people walking out. We got to walk out positive, brother. So we got to learn how to transfer that energy. So it comes down, how you doing, my brother? You doing all right?
Yes, sir.
Good. You ask me how I'm doing.
How you doing?
Because I care about you. Now show me you care about me by asking me how I'm doing.
How you doing, brother?
That's what I'm saying. I'm doing fine, my brother. Listen, you take care, brother.
You too?
You too?
My brother?
Brother, my brother. Take the white business out of it. He's like, yeah, nigga, take care. No, that's good. Come on. Now, I want everybody to learn how, because we, listen, and I know it is kind of funny, but we have to learn how to transfer that energy. I mean, just like an electrician, they teach them negative and positive. If you're going to get it in there, you got to learn how to connect things in order to get positive energy to stem this room. If it's wrong, guess what happens? The room going to stay dark and empty. Let me tell you something. You take electricity. How it works. Anybody ever been in a house before with no electricity? Anybody knows when electricity is hooked in the house, even before you go, it's an energy that flows through the house. Even though it's off, it's there. And guess what? It can be turned on. If I ain't connected to some energy, it don't matter. I can't get turned on. Yeah. So we learn how to connect ourselves to positive energy. Then we learn how to distribute it out. That's what they teach them in electricity. How things have to be able to distribute to keep them from burning out. Most of the time, what happened with us, we burnt out. You know what you can do? You can overload a circuit between the bills, between the pressure, between the hatred, between the police brutality, between the drug, between everything, between the dysfunctional homes. Guess what happened? Circuit overload. I lost it, and I wound up shooting somebody. That teacher. Electric, you'll go to look, you start look, guess what happened? Every time I cut the light on, this circuit will go out. That's a direct let me know that there's a disconnect somewhere or the circuit overloaded. Look at how long you run before you wind up giving out. Look at how long before you wind up getting going from positive to negative. Start looking at how much stuff you got connected to you. We need to disconnect ourselves from this leadership. It's hurting us, it's overloading us. We flickering. Sometimes you look, you're saying, what in the world? It's flickering. Sometimes you got to go in and rewire the whole thing. You know what some people do? I ain't going to worry about it. I just won't use it. And that's the problem. Guess what? That's why we're not as far as we need to be, Chris, because we're afraid to go through the work or just go in there and just rewiring the whole thing. Sometimes you just got to do a rewire. Yeah, it's expensive. Like breaking away the steps. I ain't going to tell nobody no light. Ain't no walking off and do nothing. No, it's a lot of structuring that has to be done. There's a lot of consensus got to be done. We have to start from the bottom to build to the top. Then we got to learn how to start valuing ourselves, learning what is your net worth. Oh, wow. That's it. That's it. You don't know your value. That's why you ain't trying to do nothing. Hello? You know you don't see a nigga trying to sell no Rolls Royces in the hood? Because they don't know the value of it. And they ain't for it. I don't even waste my time with it. Start knowing what your value is. Because you've been devalued. That's what hurts you. Y'all got a lot of energy y'all can get. You'd be surprised how much y'all control, but your energy level is just terrible. Because you don't know your network. You don't know what your ability is. You just don't know what you can do. I want you to know what you can do. Because I know it's more we can accomplish. If they won't give us back our old history, then we got to start right now. We got to start right today so we can make history. These kids don't stand a chance. They don't have a history. Tell me, Danny, what history you know about us? Positive. Positive. Huh? The Renaissance period. What are we doing in the Renaissance period? Yeah, I've been saying the Renaissance period. Oh, Harlem. Oh, in Harlem? That ain't far enough for it, though. I mean, far enough. They gave us some, the Harlem Renaissance. But what history we got beside and further back? I ain't trying to put you on no pressure, any of our people. Yeah? They don't give us anything. See, everything that we do know about ourselves is pretty much here. Anything we'll say outside of here, they'll try to say, well, if it ain't written in my book, I'll be honest with you, it's hard to recognize it. They got Babe Ruth in the book of world records for so many home runs. They got to go back and rewrite asking people. If I go tell them about Josh Gibson and other people what they done, he not in their book. They don't recognize the Negro League. So it's a lot of people I can't account for them simply because we don't recognize it's in our league. See, everything they got is a league. Exactly. That's a confederacy. They grind together. Everybody inside this, we don't really pay them no attention. There's some other people that. What page that's on? It ain't that, but well, that killed that right there. I'll be honest with you, I don't know what we're talking about. That's how they kill you. This is how they demean you. Because you don't have any information about you that you can't go find from his sources. Google. That's not a black company, a black organization. That is a white-owned company. They use white algorithm to give you. Google leads you. You don't find nothing on Google. Google leads you. You're not given choices. No more than when you go to vote, you're given a choice. Either way it goes, it's a win-win for him. Now, let me say, when Yahuah was crucified, we had what, 15 people on the deck? How many we had? Two. So we would have killed Barabbas. They'd have lost. Rome would have lost. Either one of these guys were good killers. Either one of these were good to kill. One was in charge. One was guilty of sedition, which was trying to overthrow government. Not the government of the Yahudim, but the government that oppressed them. Rome government. So was Yahushua. Because he was teaching that there was a Malak. Now, what are your choices? I'm going to let you guys choose because y'all smarter than me. Either one of these guys work for me. One already been killing people. The next one, it's just a matter of time. He going to get somebody killed. Donald Trump or Joe Biden.
Either way.
They never lose. Yeah. That's right. Quit thinking that you're making some decision. They never lose. Right. It's just like Donald Trump. Everybody, I mean, not Donald Trump, but the boxer promoter, Don King. When you own both fighters, really, how do you lose? That's the best guarantee. I own both fighters. How do I lose? I own both fighters. How do I lose? If my underdog win, I rank in even more bank. If my champion win, I make money. How do I lose? And guess what? You keep taking losses. All I'm trying to do is change the dynamics of how we're doing stuff. You're taking losses. You're never going to win the way you keep operating. And nobody sat down with us and taught us and just tell it to us where it's practical, that it makes sense. Why you can't give out energy that's more positive? I'm telling y'all, man, people, man, they holler, man, give me 5. Man, give me 5. They give them 5, no, they give each other 5. They don't say stay alive, Jack. Then you might tell, man, stay, and then tell you stay alive, Jack. Man, on the black hand side. No, the other side, that's on the black hand side. No, you hear me on the black, yeah, on the black hand, we flip it up. You might, Uncle tell you might then. Let me tell you, that was, listen, man, that was how, listen. Y'all, yes, ma'am. What happened to my shirt? Who want to fix it? My mom want to fix it. Thank you, mama. Thank you, mama. Hey, but I mean, who remember that? You holler, man, they holler, man, give me 5 on the black hand side. And the whole, brother, you got soul. We had rhymes you to say stuff to people, but it generated a positive energy to each other. People, I know y'all young people, y'all don't really think about it. They tell you what you put out is what you get in. So I walk past my brother and see for a second, brother. You just walk that way. Me and him got nothing. There was no connect, none. Right. We ain't eye connect, we ain't look, because I don't want him to think I'm no faggot. He don't want me to think he no faggot. You get ready to go. That's how they got it. Why everything we got to be faggots, we look at each other. Who gave us that? So now the energy we going to get going to be so negative, I ain't even got time. Let's do it again, brother. Yeah, let me tell you something. The purpose of living together in society because people contribute. Y'all don't even realize why you have societies and groups, because people contribute. In every society, in African villages, everybody in that village got to contribute something. You can't just lay here and be in that part in this village and you contribute nothing. You got it? If you're a woman, if you can't have kids, then you're going to help with others. You'll help with the cooking. You'll help with the festival. If you're a man, come, we got to go. We got to hunt. That nigga can't stay here and sit here. He's not a part. You're not contributing nothing. We have allowed our people to sit out and contribute nothing to the village. That's good. Appreciate you, brother. Like that shirt. You do. I do too. That's why I bought it. And you go on there. I like that, brother. Ain't that right? And say you ain't gonna believe it. That's why I bought it. No. But no, I appreciate it. But y'all understand that? So we got a society now. It was a time. Uncle tell you how many brothers you have? 4 brothers. Y'all grew up together. Huh? And which one of your brothers couldn't do nothing around the house? Every one of them had to do something. All 4 of them had to, 2 of them couldn't just sit around and just kind of. Everybody had to do something. Because you know they looked at, they're part of the family. You had sisters? 4 that stayed there. So which one of your sisters didn't have to do nothing?
They all did the same thing.
Everybody had to do something. Because they looked at, they had to contribute to the family. So that's what I'm saying. But now you got kids now. That's why I tell you now, start them young, doing something. Start teaching them how to contribute. I'm telling you, it makes a difference. Why y'all think we dying out? Nobody's contributing. People not doing nothing. Why? Let somebody else do it. But when everybody put something in, you make it. You know they have a potluck dinner. Yeah. Who remember that was? Yeah. Tell me how that worked. Somebody? See that? Guess what? That's why it was so entertaining. And people excited. They ain't gonna bring something. You gonna bring. He gonna bring something. We're gonna have so much stuff because everybody's bringing something to the table. We lost that. We lost that. You don't realize it hurt you. White people watch you. How we beat them out. People learn how to say, you know what? I got a little. You got a little. You got a little. Let's just put it all together. And they looked around and said, these niggas have mad to sit here and get a whole meal up among them. Yep. Working together. Yep. We always took the worst situation and made the best thing out of it. Yes, sir. We did, man, listen, nobody. Y'all knew a family, listen, they next door be down the road a while. They knew them folk that had nothing. Their mom and dad tell them to go take that down and set them. And keep your mouth shut. One gonna be like, hey, Dad, we had to feed what's it called in them family last week. Them folk give you that and tell you keep your mouth shut. Take that down and miss such. That's it. And them folk get it. They know getting that. And them folk, they look that. And little we got, them folks ain't got nothing. And we're not gonna sit here and let those people starve. Where's that at now? Where's that caring that look that? There's no way. I'm already feeding 14. I'll take something from here, Go take that down out of them. It ain't gonna be no talk for everybody. Ain't gonna come in no church. Those people need something to eat. Those kids out there, you gonna eat. Now we get to eat that. Wait, play them out. Wait, go on. Yeah, y'all going on now. Y'all going on. They gonna eat. Everybody eat. Everybody eat. They took that from us. We like white people. We selfish. White people like that. When I say we like that, white people ain't to each other as much, but we like that to each other. We eat. Everybody eat. We finna eat. Where you finna go? You can eat. Hell, if you don't want nothing, you don't want nothing, but you're welcome. Folks tell that, you're welcome. Not now we getting ready to eat. They ain't saying who we playing. They say, you probably want to go on in your house. We getting ready to eat. They done never done no foolishness like that. Man, you done some stuff like that to a kid. Don't play no stuff like that. You don't say no stuff like no kids. We come and say, hair song. That's right. That mean hair song. That's right. That's the word. In the country, hair song. Man, don't matter that. Listen, they'll cut hair, whatever they got, hair song. Because we were taught that. That's what you did. That's what you did, because you didn't want nobody to feel like they want a part. Well, what happened? We lost that. Yes, sir. This generation we got, we lost it, and it's hurting us. Because we ran up another generation, it's not there. I seen them, we went to Six Flags, I seen them get stuff and they shared it and did that. That's that energy you give back. Everybody apart, nobody left out. Right. I seen them do it. Everybody get something, everybody get something. That's what we did. You look at what you get out of seeing somebody else among you connect with you have nothing. That's stuff we got from them. Because one thing we all learn with one another, everything is just a time and a season. You only have today. Whatever you got, you just got it today. Tomorrow you'll lose it. Make no mistake, tomorrow you won't have it. Now, you know what they so done, they'll get up tomorrow in the morning, they'll get up tomorrow and say, you know what, he's so stupid, I got it. He said tomorrow ain't gonna have it. You in the day. Tomorrow you won't have it. Tomorrow you won't have it. Your tomorrow just right around the corner, and you're gonna need somebody. Like, we had a song, let me see that one. Let me borrow it for a second. I want you to do something. I want you to lean on me. No, when you know what I want you to lean? When you're not strong. When you're not strong. Come on. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be his friend. You know what I'm going to do, though? I'm going to help him carry on. I ain't going to help her. No, because he need to keep going. I'm going to help him carry on. Because you know what? It ain't going to be long. You know what ain't going to be long? I'm going to need somebody to lean on. Help me on, brother. That's that energy. So we going together knowing that anything happen, we got each other. Whether it's you, whether it's me, ain't no, I'm ready to carry it. No. Brother, I already know it ain't going to be long. I'm going to get tired. I'm going to need you to help me. Those songs, they spoke to us. And you know what they got to do? They call on who? Anybody? When you need what? Why? Because you going to need somebody. That's all. Think about having a number to call. Hey, Ray, man, I need some help. Brother, what you think the song was saying? It wasn't just about that. It was about passing an energy that you call on me when you need a hand. Call on me. Now, man, I don't want to bother nobody. I just going on. Because I know, because now we push, Chris is like this coming and say, well, I don't want to bother. And because you know what? Society pushes us like that. It pushes us like that. Just keep going. But you know what it do? The need to want to be independent is great. You want an independent mind. But the practical mind is you're going to need somebody. You're going to need something. Try to pick up a couch by yourself. You're going to learn a lot of time picking that one end dragging and pick the other end pushing. Versus if I just had a hand on here, grabbed that one, I could have went on and got this done. See, it just takes long. Eventually, you know what it do? It'll push us to where I just keep doing myself. Then I limit myself what I'm doing because everything I'm going to do is just going to be within inside my ability. That's going to limit me. If it's only all I can do, how far can I go one person? Versus if I learn how to use what I have, I can go further. Let's do this, you know how to do that. I can do this and we do that, and that can go. Now I can connect with somebody else. I can put all these parts together. Think of your body. How much brain in your leg? When they hook to your thigh, though, and get to that hip. And then all that goes when the brain said, we can do this. We can kick, we can swing, we can go backwards, forward. It ain't, all the brain said, take that brain I just lay on the table and see what it can operate, what it do. Well, you put it inside the head and give it all the mechanisms it need and let everything work. He said, man, we can do something with this. That brain look around and say, I can do something with this. Y'all see that? Because it's all learning how to work these parts together. That's something we lost. As far as we going, that's just what they got. We can wear better clothes we wore. Back then, we wore hand-me-down. Everything came from somebody that passed down. Only time a kid would have probably got something newer would have probably been the older kid maybe first start out, but all that going straight down from out there, they gonna keep passing. Our stuff came from the slave master. What white folk didn't want, they kid outgrown, they gave you. I remember folk get that. Most people, when I was growing up smaller, when I was younger, a lot of kids, a lot of stuff you got, the cousin might have gave you, other folk had, and folk, they said, he ain't wore that hard. What you look at that thing? You said, that nigga done slept, lived, pooted, messed, and pissed in it. They said, but the boy hardly wore that thing. Like, you like, well, you need to get it back to him. You need to sue the manufacturer then. That nigga don't wore the life out them clothes. But I'm just saying, everything was just passed on. You know what I'm saying? So we never got in a way to where, got in a place to where we've been able to just establish and get it new. Y'all got what I'm saying? So I want to just try to give out young people. And I guess I kind of talk to y'all because I really want y'all to have a better chance. Y'all young people understand that? Hold on for a minute. Did Dave and Taylor just shake their head? I said, y'all young people understand that? They shake their head towards me. Yeah. I said, y'all young, listen. They didn't tell me to say, yes, sir. No, I'll mess with y'all. But that's what we want to do. Teach y'all, I want y'all to learn how y'all greet each other. You know we say ark. Ark is a strong brother. Y'all got it? That's what the ark is. Coming from the olive. When you say ark, you're saying he is a strong brother. When you're saying akuth, you're saying that's a strong sister. I want y'all to know how to greet each other. I'm going to be watching y'all greet each other and pass that energy. Y'all got it? Let me see, Gavin, let me see you greet Naja. What's your name, Naja? Yeah, Naja. That's all right, let me say I do. Come on. Come on. Yeah, man. Look at that, what I'm saying. Did y'all ask each other how y'all been doing? How you feeling?
No, you said
Let me tell y'all why. I know, come on. Listen. I like the energy. Come on. Why she had to come all the way to you? Hold on, why you had to go all the way to her? Let her come meet you. Yeah. Oh, selfish greeter. Hold on, let's go back. Let's try it again. Hold on. Yeah, where y'all get that from? Go ahead, man. I'll go. Yeah, see that? But see, guess what though? You say, man, because you know what? It feels good when you're talking and you're positive and you're giving back positivity. When you know people care. Y'all don't believe it makes a difference when people care. When nobody cares, then you don't care what you do. You don't care what people think. When other people care, again, you got to look at, I got to watch what I do because other people care about me, and I care about what other people think about me. When other people don't care, when other people don't ask, then you feel like, hey, who gives a damn? It's all me. Little things that we miss is why we're so divided. So we're going to have to start practicing this with one another. You can't just talk. We got to start being about it. Pass the energy. That makes a difference. I know y'all like, because it's funny, but at the same time, it's good to know somebody cares. How you doing? Folk will ask that when folk call, how your mom them doing? They remember, how your dad them doing? How the kids doing? Everybody doing fine? Good. The way them folks say in the country, good. Country folk come from the gut. Good. Yeah, good. No. It come from the gut when you come from the country. Everything genuine. Country folk, I grew up in the country. When old folk mark you, they don't like you. They don't like you. Don't try to make it. I don't like them. I ain't gonna try to like. I get from them. I'm saying, listen. I'm trying to tell you, man. My dad come to see them kids. Man, how do I mess with that? My dad said, I don't like that one. I don't want my yard no more. We're going to play down, so we got to go down the street. Let's go down here. We'll stay in the street. He ain't say the street. We can't come in the yard. My dad said, best not be in my yard. He said, best not be in my yard. Because he done already put this site. I don't like him. Kid dead now. I went to prison. He saw we were little kids. He sounded like him. We were elementary kids. I was probably second grade, third grade. He don't tell you put his eyes on. I don't like him. Best keep him out my yard. Both of them dead. Y'all hear me? Dead. That's it. Well, the other one, he ain't dead. He probably died short. I kind of said it. And preacher can't be wrong. That Joe probably said that. He probably said that little he just took that last bite of food, just fed the kid. He found don't know what's going on. We give him just a little break of air here. We're going to move forward. But I just wanted to just express on how how important it is for us to kind of change the dynamics of where we are and where we're trying to get to and where we're going. Y'all guys understand the importance of what you got to radiate, and then everybody holding up their end. That's something else we got to do. Make people realize we got to teach our kids that you're responsible for something. Like somebody got to wash the dishes. Somebody got to set the table. Everybody got to be responsible. It was something. That was something I did. If somebody cooking, set the table. That's your job. Well, they don't set the table, clean it. You got to get the dishes and wash them. Everybody had a part. You start training people. Everybody plays a part when we doing something. How we got now? Well, they got it. And it's in here that is that. Let me get out the way. Let me start and let somebody else do it. Versus, let's everybody play our part and make it lighter. This is something I probably just started saying. When you're a part of something, it's important because then you're responsible for something. You're responsible for people for something. And that's what we got to start getting. They made us become irresponsible. Because we don't look at our responsibility to one another. You're a part of something. You're needed. You're a vital part. And you got to understand and you got to know that for yourself. Versus, they don't need me. I don't even matter. Nobody. That's some stuff you put in your own mind. That's something you put in your own mind. Like people don't think about that little toe that they hit it. That big toe play a big part. People don't worship and get it, but go let me cut off and see you try to stand up and balance. Everything in your body play a part. The white folk teach you to surgically remove something. Every time they take something out of you, they take a part of you out of you. And that's how we got to look at it the same way. We have to learn how to function as a body. He talk about how every joint supply that. You know what I'm saying? We all supply something to one another. There's an energy we give. There's life we give to each other when we understand our purpose, and that's our goal. These people devalued us. That's why we have it's no drive. It's no drive now for a young man to really do nothing. It really is. I watch just dead energy. God. When I was a young man, I had energy. I had energy to do something, to get somewhere and do something. I always wanted to do something. I always wanted something. I just like the drive. It's just like, I guess nobody, but then it ain't your fault. It's the fact that people my age and older, we didn't come back and express the importance of you having that energy and express that important part of what part you played. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody play a part. And that's how we got to look at it. Just like a team when they win, listen, the water boy, the towel people, all those people played a part. The people that washed the uniform, the people that drove the bus, the people who did the organizing together, we all played a part. Because those guys need to get rest. You don't play you remember you played football down at Auburn and Texas? You remember you had to get in and wash your own stuff? When you get through, you had to go in there and wash it clean. Who did that? Those people played a part. They're on a team, but they knew those guys needed their stuff clean and healthy, because otherwise you can get disease infection. So those people played a vital part. Those people making sure Gatorade here, the simple thing was, them guys with 30 get a bottle, ain't nothing in it but dirt. These people play a part. Physicians, other people here, everybody played a part. People that got meals together, make sure these guys eat before and after the game, make sure things supply, make sure somebody drive to get them guys. They can get through, hey, now dry yourself back. No, we got that. We got to move. These guys, I got to set up mobilization, make sure they got a hotel somewhere to stay. Make sure everything's done. These guys get here, they just go to get the room and go. All these were vital parts that in order for these guys to be or do whatever they accomplish. We all play a vital part, and you need to recognize that. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Stay devalued. Stay devalued and do nothing. Wait on the system. Wait on them, and they're going to take care of y'all. Y'all, please, I just want y'all to think. I just want y'all to think and be better people than what we've been. That makes sense? All right, don't let these people make a fool out of you all your life. Like I said, I remember my name. You don't have to be a dummy all your life. All right, we'll try to talk and see what does say Mr. Yahuah, because it's right. We ain't finished on what we're doing. Whether y'all want to take it now, it's right now. All right? All right. Woo! We didn't finish up your concert call last night, did we? What's how that work out? I moved this last night. See what? Then I put it back. And I do it. Then I do it. There she blow. Look kind of dark. It's still lining up. Good afternoon, Timothy. That man got a relationship with the film strip? Does it have a voice when it says that? All right. Let's see. Listen.
For whatever Nikatah before,
For whatever was written before,
Nikatah for our Lamed,
written to teach us.
that we through endurance and the Kun
Listen.
of the Ketubim might have Tikva.
On Layla, we talked about the destruction of Jerusalem. A lot of things played a part, and we talked about one of the things that that plays a part with the removal of, and I think similar what was in the gun, in the gun is a shorted word. They put garden, but the actual word is gun, G-A-N, and we can look that up and see the actual meaning of the gun. I think it'll be paradise. Can we see what the Abari word gun is? They put garden. The place where you kind of go and you just kind of tear the ground up and put seed in and let something kind of grow. It's what they typically teach us garden. But we want to know what it is. They have a thing, the man living there had corn stalks all around him and stuff, but the man was in a garden. Let's see what, I want to see what the meaning of the word is. My goal, oh, you put G-A-R-N? Or is it G-A-N? Pick it up from, okay, you're going to pick it up from Barashit, from the word garden, and then see what it translates over to. You could have found the second chapter, probably about the 6th verse. It said there he put the man in. I saw paradise in the middle. 5 and 6, and the shaman come down. Should be, I think 6. Made, no, spring. So there in the gun where he put the man bread. Okay, go down and say 8. Planted there, we'll go garden. Eastward, what's our word for that? Kadim. That's when we look at the wind, the spirit. Made sense he would put him somewhere where the spirit was, wouldn't it? What do we know about the spirit?
Go where it want to.
They go where it want to. I got another hand up. Tell me what else.
Cause things to take movement.
Take things to make movement. Let's see what we know about the spirit. Well, we're some based off Kadim. We'll look up Kadim too. See, gun is the word. Y'all say gun for garden. King James run the garden as fenced. Okay, typically when people have a garden, they will put fences around it. That was in order to protect it. Isn't that right? So let's look at Yahuah chapter 6 and 63. Makes sense, don't it? Let's see. Yahuah, they'll call it John. Y'all give me just a little time. My whole goal is to make sure we get it. So that's my palau before I leave him. That I will leave you guys with some understanding. And that's and that's my whole purpose for being here. All right, this is 6 and 63. Yahuah they call John. And this is why it's important for us to look at what does the book mean? Book name mean? It means he's gracious. That's right. So we want to go back and look at the grace of Elohim. Listen. Or the Khan of Elohim. Listen.
It is the Ruach that quickeneth.
See that? It is the Ruach that quickeneth. And when he's saying that quickeneth, it make alive. They use the word quickeneth, which is make alive. Y'all get it? That's what we look at. He said the ruach is what gives life. Listen.
The basar profit of nothing.
See that? The flesh doesn't have any profit. Listen.
The dabarim that I have spoken to you
So the words, plural, that I've spoken to you,
are ruach
they are ruach.
and kai.
That's right. So now where would I put the abundance of my care at based off of this statement? Hands. Come on. Anything in the hall? Anybody in the hallway? The hall dead? No hall levels. Okay, I got two of them in here. Papa Son. And who we going with? Papa Son or Chris? Papa Son. Let's go with Chris. Chris throw it to you. I want to hear what he got. Tell me what happened.
On your ruach.
On the ruach, yeah. What you gonna say?
I was going to say on the word. So you said the word that speaks. Yeah.
Well, either gonna be. I think both will be pretty much the same. And saying that, you think about this. We do put a lot of care and concern in the flesh. But now he started to tell us there's no real profit in the flesh. Because the flesh is going to deteriorate, it's going to go. We're from exercising, the vitamins, the other care we'll do, the medication, in order to preserve the flesh. But now he just told us that the flesh don't profit nothing. So if it don't profit nothing, like if I told you, who got $200? I'm just kidding, who got $200 on them? Okay, so you'll give me $200. Then you don't ask me for what?
My $200 back.
No, I just want the $200 just to have it. So in a sense, what I'm trying to use is him putting, I asked him for the $200 to put it into something, right? And then to find out he's not going to get the $200 back and it's not going to get him any gain. So what will be the profit in it? So what would be the most logical thing to do? Keep it. Don't even waste time with doing it because you can't get anything from it, right? Well, that's what he's trying to tell us about the flesh. It really don't make a lot of sense to put a lot into it because you can't get anything back from it. So now I'm trying to tell you from a businessman, then let's look at the dabarim, the words. He said the words that I speak to you, they are ruach, right? Which give life. And he told me, and they profit and they give life. This is a gain. People dying. Why do people take vitamins? To help live. Yeah, to help live, extend life. Why do people take medication? All stuff they do is to try to extend life, to better comfort of life. Well, he said it still won't profit you nothing. So he's saying the words, but I'm speaking, you know, that's where your profit, that's your gain, that's your life, that's your living. So that's what we're trying to look at. Sometimes, and because we're creatures, that's not saying don't put anything in yourself, but look at where your most investment should be. Y'all got it? And when you invest in yourself, you're investing yourself to what? To be better and have a better capability of understanding the word so you can get the full value, like we talked about with time. He talked about and redeeming the time. Why? That's right, because he talked about because the days were evil. So when you redeem something, let's see what redeem means. Let's see what Mr. Yahuah take us with this. That's good. That's good. Look, he already on top of it. I like that. To compensate for the faults or bad aspect of something. So when you start to look at what you're compensating for us in redeeming are all the things we did that were contrary to the word. So you got to think about this. If the word gives life and you're being redeemed because you went against life, if you went against the word, which means you went against life, so the things you went against, which is going against the word, it goes against your living. That's why we find ourselves depleted. That's why we find ourselves dying. So when we kind of understand the process, we start to think about things differently. So if the word I speak to you, they are spirit and they are life, and you do things that are contrary to the word, what are you literally doing? You're killing yourself. Like people say, one man trying to do everything. What you say? You're killing yourself, brother. He don't see it at the time, but it take like a lot of stuff people told when I was young. I ain't listen. They say, you know what? You're gonna get over before your time. You're gonna wind up doing this, and you ain't listen because I couldn't see it at the time. That's what happened. You don't see it at the time, but later you start to set back. And now when you start to assess and realize the reality and what they told you, what state are you in? You're in that worsened state, just like what Adam he told him. Adam couldn't see his estate till he was out the gun. He told him the day when you do it, you're going to surely moot. Because look at all the things he did to put him out. I put you into a fenced-in living. Y'all know whenever I Palau, I always ask him about his piney. Let it oar upon us and encamp about us. Because just like the gun, it's got a fences. I need to keep it, put a fence around us. Y'all got it? Because he's telling his word and where he put them in were all conducive to life. I put you where the east wind comes. And he tell you about the word I'm speaking, it's kadeem, it's life. I put him somewhere where we're all conducive to living. If you'll stay with the structure if you'll stay within inside the limits and the bounds of, you'll live. Because everything you're going to be doing is what I told you to do. And I ain't told you nothing that'll kill you. Everything I told you will give you life. But what we typically do, we'll take the advice of others and we'll follow the systems of other people, and we wonder why we're down, why our homes are broken up, why we lost our kids, why we behind, why we can't catch up. Because we've totally gone against everything that's living. Okay. That's just me. So now we're trying to get to this point here now. Now we're trying to redeem. That's what we're here doing now, trying to compensate for the false or bad aspects of something, things we've done. Things other people have done that put us in this state. And that's the beautiful thing about it, is now he allows us to go back and get a better understanding of why we're in the state we're in. What's the status of our situation? Simply, he told us where I visited Kataim upon the Benin. So we see the suffering that we're suffering. Showing us again, validating my word's still right. Don't matter about time, don't matter about how much style and clothes and fashion come. A lot of us are suffering from the Benin, from the Kataim, the sins of our parents. We talked about it before. Even when we go and you fill out any medical stuff, when you go to any doctor, first thing they say, no doctor brings you in and just start, you go in the office, they're going to say, I need you to fill out some paperwork. They'll get name, serial, name, serial number, might well be serial number, social security number, nothing but an animal, piece of property, get your serial number, and get through, fill out, they're going to move the next page, medical history. What you had done, whether any surgery, anything, because guess what? Things you've done before in your past might be conducive while you got this situation. Have you had any surgery before? Any ailments before? You ever had cancer? You ever had this? You have blood pressure? They want to know all this could be a major, a mitigating factor to why you're having these issues. Then I need to know about your parents' history. I need to know about their parent history. Amazing. They don't just start with your parents. They need to know about your grandparents, your maternal grandparents. Everybody start, remember, he visited the Kataim of the Benin from the 4th to the 3rd, to the 4th Tuladal, and by no means clearly guilty. Okay. Now here we are sitting now, we're trying to come back, we're trying to repair. What I'm trying to do is what Nakum Yah did. They call what's the name? Nehemiah. Yeah, Nehemiah did. I'm trying to repair the breaches. We got a break in here. We got a break. They'll have some hit. They'll have a security break because somebody went in through an unauthorized way. And that's what happened. We got a breach. We got a breach. Somebody went through, because we went through an unauthorized way. When Adam and Ka'ur ate from it was a breach. That's why he came. He immediately had to rush in. He's like, it's a breach. Something's been breached. Now he came in and look at what? I got to repair the breaches. I got to repair the breach. You don't leave the breach open. We got to repair it. And then we got to go back and look at how do we get this breach? Because if somebody went through an unauthorized door, was somebody on point? Did somebody pay attention? Were people knowledgeable? Was it coded right? All these things got to be examined. Otherwise, we're going to have another breach. And you're not wondering and really not thinking about it. You would just for years we've been getting up and just going and not considering the detriment of not having this knowledge. We've taken it for granted until you die and you leave here. And then your next time your eyes open, you're going to be in the mosh pot. If we don't get this right now, you won't get another chance when you moot. We are so far behind. But for whatever reason he see fit at the last end of the day to come back to start saying, really consider what y'all done. Really consider your ways. And it's bad that we didn't sit down and we didn't really consider. I mean, we cried, we had some hurts, we had some remorses, but we didn't consider really how to fix not going back and repeating the same actions. Really looking at, even though you come and you fix it, it don't mean you don't still have some detriment. Okay, let's look at the people, for instance. Let's look at the hurricane just hit Florida. Can we all agree that the water came in and it pretty much destroyed and tore up a lot of those areas? We can agree that the water subsided, it's gone out. So the damage is over with. What are they dealing with now? The aftermath. That's what we had, Chris. And what they cleaned up, I think, in a couple of days, I think a week or so. They said it could take years. This could take years. You see what happened? See, once a situation happened, we keep thinking we can just fix it as soon as something's over with. Now you're dealing with the aftermath of it. And if we don't get that understanding, realize when you go and you create something, or when I say create something, or you make an offense to that man, it ain't just because it's over. It don't mean you're not dealing with the aftermath of it. Don't mean you ain't got some time to get behind it, that you got to still go back and repair. And then you find there's some things you won't ever be able to put back. Insurance money will come, help will come, all that. It'll be some stuff. You know what people gonna say? I lost something that day. Oh yeah, even though stuff, your house burned down, you tell me insurance come in and they can give you $5 million. You got everything back you lost. That's what Yahuah trying to show us. You ain't gonna get back something. You lost something. What Adam lost in that, when he lost in the gun, he can never get that back. So you start to look at these losses, you start looking at doing more protective things. The other thing we start doing to try to alleviate major losses. Sometimes you realize, like some people say, don't put all your eggs in one basket. You start putting things in certain places. I might put certain things in a security box somewhere, locked, fireproof. You know, putting things against certain things that can come and happen. I might put something in some that's waterproof because they're more subject for certain things to happen. And you really think about it, how much sense did it really make to build in Florida? There's nowhere in Florida you can go for 20 miles your eye closed, don't hit no water. Did it really make sense to build in Florida? What was you expecting? Let's just be honest with you. Yeah, your book even told you. He said, whereunto shall I liken you? I liken you unto a foolish person who built their house on the sand. I'm talking people who built their house. You literally built your house on the sand. Where was this going? Your house is on the water. Where was this going? This wasn't a matter of time. Who builds a house on the sand and expect that nothing gonna happen to it? That was everything I had on the sand. It's like me building my house right beside a volcano. What am I expecting? Just give me a wild guess. What's gonna happen? Snow. Snow gonna come. And they'll call me stupid. How are we not looking at the mindset of people who built their house on the sand? Because they put more confidence in the flesh than they do in the word. Let's see what he told us about it. Let's see the 7th chapter book of Yahuah. You know, they'll say, he's trying to take advantage of people in a desperate situation. Me or the state that let you do it? Is it me trying to take advantage of you? Is it me trying to? The people who let you build it knew it wasn't smart. You built your house on the sand. It don't take a genius to figure that out, does it? Yahuah 7:19. Oh, okay. Here we go. Listen.
Every ox that bringeth not forth two fruit, pari, shall be cut down and shall be cast into the fire.
That's tight. Hold on for a minute. That's tight. Why would he tell us that? Take me to 18 right quick. Listen.
A tube ox cannot bring forth rosha pari, neither can a rosha ox bring forth two pari.
Yeah? It can't bring forth a corrupt fruit, because if the tree is tube, it's impossible for it to produce a fruit that's going to be negative. These are things we have to look at. Let's look at some. Hold what you got so let's get a science to this. We'll read it and let's see the science there. How about that?
Yes, sir.
Let's see this right here, 19.
Every ox that bringeth not forth two pari shall be cut down and shall be cast into the fire.
Let's look at something. Let's see. I wanted something else, but since we're here, let's look at that. How about that?
Yes, sir.
Let's examine this statement. Look at the first chapter of the book of Bereshit. They're called Genesis. See that 13, 14, Bereshit. Okay. Come on, listen.
And there was evening, and there was morning, the third yom.
Mm-hmm.
And Elohim said, let there be Yahuah in the firmament of the Shamayim to give Yahuah upon the Arats, to divide between between Yum and Layla, and let them be for Ots and for seasons and for Yamim and for Shanim, and let them be for Yahuah in the firmament of the Shamayim, so as to shine upon the Arats. And it was so.
You know something? Back down to 15. I know we're going to, but just kind of and let them be for or in the firmaments of the Shamim, so as to shine upon the Arats, and it was so. And 14, and what he wanted them to and Elohim said, let there be lights in the firmaments, in the heights expansions of the Shamaim, to give or upon the alarm on the Arats, or on the earth, to divide between the day and the night. So people, does anybody have a discrepancy of what day and night is? Everybody pretty, I guess in the word as a meaning, pretty clear on what light is and what darkness is? Is it an argument about it? Discussion, that there's no difference, that they're the same? So you know that. And it's the same way you're supposed to be able to identify fruit. There's no argument about it, that you can see where the sun produced and where it come from. And he started to use the light, because then if you pay attention to everything he's using the light for, the or for, he said if you pay attention, it's going to let you know certain things you need to know, like the day. Because in the 13th chapter of the book of Romans, it started to talk about that. Let us cast off therefore the works of, what was that again? Kashak, and put on the, what was it? The armor of light. He started talking about it while we had it, for the night was, what was it? Far spent. We know that. So you know, if you were supposed to be to work at 3 o'clock in the morning and you wake up and that sun sitting up there shining through that window, what you need to look at your clock. You what? Going back in the bed, why? What, you 5 minutes late? Hold on for a minute. You supposed to be to work at 3 o'clock in the morning. You wake up, that light shining through that and hitting you in your face. What, you like 20 minutes late? How many of y'all need to look at the clock? But it's saying, and it's funny because of the fact, you see how you can tell that? No clock. And you know, damn it, I'm late. And how late you know when you see the sun shining through that light in your face? Very late. You're supposed to tell all that by the light. We're supposed to be able to tell that by us. That the day is far spent. All these things you're supposed to tell, and you know what you're supposed to know, but that's why he said other times, and you have no need. You yourself, see that the night was coming, that you knew that the day of Yahuah was coming. See, you could tell all that by us. That's why he looked at, look, from what he just told you though. And all he said, and let the lights in the firmaments up there in Shaman, let it give light upon the Arats, to divide between the Yum and the Layla, the day and the night, and let them be for signs, ots, and for seasons. These are times when things are changing, and for days, and for years, Shana. So all these things you're supposed to tell, and let me tell you how that worked for us. You're supposed to do all that from looking up down. And then you know what's amazing? In the 5th chapter of the book of Matthew, he told you to let your light so shine. Right. That men can see your true work. That's right. He told you that you were the light that was on the Arats. So if I'm a light on the Arats, you know what I'm supposed to be doing? I'm supposed to be letting these people know about what day it is. Right. I'm supposed to let them know the night is him, the night coming. I'm supposed to let them know that the times are changing. Right. I'm supposed to let them know that the year's coming short on them. Yeah. Think about it. We learn the light now. We start looking. How many had noticed that it's getting darker earlier? Yeah. Yeah. Did it tell you that? No. It let you know, and you know what that let you know? Season changing. Right. You don't see how Judge Moshpot coming on people quick. Quick. We should understand that then. Right. This season changing. It's getting ready to end. Ain't that right? Nobody, who gonna go buy some 2 people Keenan now? Don't make sense right there. Who nobody buying that? It's getting cold. What you looking for? You looking for leather jackets? You looking for a wool jacket? You looking for thick stuff, scarves? You looking for skull cap? Cause you know what? You recognize the season changing. Some are done away with. Nobody think about no sometimes. Well, I just get mine, be ready for next year. No, we dealing with now. I'm dealing with the winter. That thing start when it get cold, and that cold be here, it's like, man, ain't no summer coming. And sometimes when that winter get here, you be like, man, summer long ways off. And that's what we start looking at. That's how we look at salvation for us. It will fall from us. How close are we to summer? Because you can't go back. You way off. And that's what we looked at for a long period of time. We looked at salvation. See, everything that we understand, we know about him, we were supposed to understand it from nature. Right. That's why, think about it. Why would he teach you that? Nature ought to teach you? Where's the sun at? Where's Shema? All this is a part of nature. Right. Watching how nature orients, how it works, you were supposed to identify things. Now I just told you after you learned that it's for days and nights, for signs, for seasons, for days, for years. Then I told you that you were the light on your rise. I told you to be instant in season and out of season. Hello? Yes, sir. See, now I'm telling you things now that you will recognize. What typically happens in the summer season? Pari. Then I told you to be instant in season and out of season. Meaning? Guess what? Now, guess what? You've gone from inconsistent, because now what they looked at now, well, in the summertime is when I harvest, when I don't. In the wintertime, I don't. So guess what? I got times I live right. I got times I don't. How's I going to understand it? These just follow nature. Tree got its times too, don't it? I do too. Sometimes I live right, sometimes I don't. Now I just came and told you to be instant in season and out of season. Now you got to mimic the arts that he got in Shamayim. He said they bring forth their pari every yard. Every yard. That's right. Every yard. And he said, and their leaves don't fade. That's right. So everything you had to learn, he's tried to show you a discipline, then taught you how you had to emulate something here. Now you understand in season how things had to be fruitful, had to be productive. Well, I'm telling you now, you got to be the same way when they look like the times changing, and this is when you're not at your best. Like people look at, they use the rain. Rain tip, you wake up and rain outside, you go, what you say? Oh, go back to bed, I'm going to go out there. Rain. It controls your behavior. It make it dry, it's going to be wrecks everywhere. You make a wreck. Somebody going to wreck, I already know, it's going to take me for, oh my goodness, I don't want to do nothing. It drags you. But how we got to be, we can't let it control us. Come on. Here's how I want your behavior to stay consistent. Yes, sir. Just like an evergreen, I want to stay consistent. That's right. No matter what happens out there, you still keep the same. Even the book told about Yahuah. He said how all this stuff going to fold up as does a garment. He said, but you remain the same. That's right. He said, your years don't fail. See, with man, we fail. We reach a certain period of time, we expire. But all he said, my years don't fail. Yeah. So that's what we start looking at, how to get consistency. Y'all got it? Yes, but people are supposed to watch it. That's why it's important. I know it's long when we come in, when we teach and we talking. Y'all don't realize this man is so far, he is so quick on coming back on us. And he's only been delaying because he's been waiting on us. But how long can he continue to wait before he come back and execute Mashpat? And you can't afford to sit and say, I didn't think it was that serious. If I had another chance, you can't keep saying that I have another chance. You can't keep saying I repent. At some point, you got to stop what you're doing and you got to align yourself and you got to keep staying consistent. Right. The time is not limited. Listen, when I was a little boy, I kept hearing him saying he's soon to come. Won't be long now. That thing be winding up. He'll be wrapping up. I couldn't see it. It made no sense. I looked up there. I don't know what these old people saw. But they looked at how much the world was changing from when they were living. When I tell you where the world is now, it can't stand to get a whole lot worse. It can't stand to get a whole lot. A lot of people are going to fade and give up. It's nothing to really drive you to make you keep going. Let me see. Look forward to something. By tomorrow, some of you will be sick, or your kids. Yeah. We've never, tell y'all live every week, somebody in your house was sick. Whole house sick every week. In a month, 3 weeks, y'all whole house down. Half the house down. When you remember that? Never happened. Never happened. Do y'all understand? We've never, you can't make plans now. Your plan when you will be made a fool of COVID, strip, SRV, TNO, and MOUSE. They can't get acronym letter. They got so much junk out here now. We just never seen it. How long can your body continue to take that? Every week? Every week? And why? Let me tell y'all something. Human, eventually, you just give up. He even talking about men heart failing them from looking on the thing that come on. They got a big Ebola breakout now going across Africa. This stuff is just, listen, you already dealing with COVID. You got Ebola out. They got, measles. They got every disease out here. The cold is taking back the flu. I've never known that many people with the flu. I ain't got COVID, I got the flu. I ain't got COVID, I got the flu. I'm like, flu? Hell, where your wings at?
That's right.
Ain't that right? The flu? Sandy like that. She like, some of you there when I call back to Mexico. Not to Puerto Rico, same place. But anyway. But you see what I'm saying? Now, when you look at it, it's just, eventually people going to faint. You can't, how long you going to take sick? It just breaks you down mentally. It makes you don't want to do a thing. It just takes your drive from you. You can't pre-plan nothing. Listen, December, we're going to go somewhere. You're going to be sick. You're going to be sick. I think also when I'm sending, they got the children's hospital. It's so loaded down with these kids, this SRV stuff. They got them all in the house. What is it? Same people. All right. They want you to reserve to come now. So you got to make reservation to come. They got, listen, RSVP. They got kids, listen, lined up down the hallway. Kids in the hallway on bed. They don't even have rooms. They are overloaded with these kids. We just ain't never seen this before. And it's just telling you more and more that this man is angry with us. And it's like, at what point do people wake up to realize, listen, after a while, people not going to care. Once enough of these people get their dead babies back in their hands, you just take the emotion out of people. So people don't care. I mean, we pushed up, people don't care about each other no more. It's a dying state every day. Mr. Yahuah trying to get our attention. Will you listen? That's how I'm trying to, at some point, are you listening? That man talking. I'm telling you, it's that serious. Especially when we're looking at what we're supposed to do. Here, we had to learn it first, but what he declared here, he was talking about in the end, that people are going to watch us, and he said, you're going to be for signs. You're going to be for seasons. People are going to be able to tell about you and by the way you structure yourself and the things you stop doing, they're going to realize it must be late. It must be getting ready to end by watching you and noticing y'all done made a change from what you're doing. I'm telling you, people are supposed to mark time off of us. Just like years ago before you got a watch, those people could put a sticker and watch the shamash. And the shadow from that will let them know that it's dissipating. The sun getting ready to go down. They'll look at that thing, that shadow get closer to that stick, they realize, won't be long, it'll be dark. You know, people are supposed to look at us and see the same thing. They're supposed to look at us and know that they realize time done got shorter. This thing getting ready to wrap up based off of us, but we didn't realize that. We've been letting Timex, Rolex, and Bovola and everybody else, and Movada and Whitnall, we've been letting them and Timex do it. But they were supposed to use us. Yeah. Okay. Come on, finish this up. 15.
And let them be for Yahuah in the firmament of the Shamayim, so as to shine upon the Arat. And it was so.
And
Elohim made the two great lights, the greater light for regulating the Yum, and the lesser Yahuah for regulating the Layla, the Kukabim also. And Elohim placed them in the firmament of the Shamayim, so as to shine upon the Arat, and to regulate Yum and Layla, and to divide between the Yahuah and the Kashaf.
Now you see where he placed them at. That's important for you to do. Place setting. You know he didn't place the shamash under the ground? That's what he did. He told you that no man lighted the candle and put it on the book. He said put it on the table. For what reason? Because it's sitting on the table. When the light go up, it'll put light in the surrounding room. Place setting is important. He placed it the way where it's set, it could put light all over the rocks, where it need to shine, where it need to show. So you know what they look at? I was talking to somebody about a job they had. You know why you placed them? So you can shine right where he needs them to see it. You wonder about your situation, where you at? That's what just think about it. This is what we read. Is it 18 we just read or 17? And Elohim placed them in the firmaments of the Shamayim so as to shine upon the. Think about this for all of us. I've been guilty of it. All have been guilty of it. Complain about where we at. Complain about being stuck somewhere. I've been guilty. I can admit it. I done complained about it. Why he ain't moved me yet? Why I hadn't changed? Why I ain't somewhere doing something here? And Elohim placed them in the firmaments of the Shamin so as to shine upon their right. You know, if we'd have been focused on, he got me here for a reason. When I look at why he got me here and do what I'm supposed to do. And everything else I do what it's supposed to do. See, a lot of time where we get in being guilty of it. Sometimes we just look at things one way, from economic or comfort level. Let's look at that. How many of y'all want to be comfortable? I do. How many of y'all don't want to be uncomfortable? You know who'd have liked to raise their hand and say that? Yahuah. Because I was pretty uncomfortable being stressed out. From the morning all the way to that evening. That's pretty uncomfortable. Can you imagine you're suspended weight and you got 2 nails in your hand? So your weight is to pull down. It's a way you can place the nail. You just can't place, you got to place it in between the bone as to where it won't tear. You just hit meat, it'll rip. So you got to place it between the bones, where it catches between the bones, because you're holding suspended weight in the air. And the higher the weight, the higher the elevation, the heavier actually the weight is. It was uncomfortable. But at the end of the day, that was the only way he could shine. He placed him where he could get Yahuah upon their rise. Why y'all think he put him there? He placed him so he can get Yahuah upon their rise. So that uncomfortable place he put him in wound up being beneficial for those of us. So if he take us and put us in a situation that we don't particularly like, that we ain't fond of or happy with, and we get criticized in it, you kind of think maybe that might be, he put us there because that'll be the best place for us to get light. Uncomfortable to us to maybe beneficial to somebody else. Is it guaranteed we're going to draw somebody? No. It's guaranteed they're going to come back up during the human march spot. Because although they didn't acknowledge him, they didn't hear him, they didn't recognize, who didn't see the sign, they'll know when he get back. According to the first chapter of the book of Kazum, behold, he coming with clouds. And coming with clouds. So he placed them in the Shamayim. And all them that, what was that? And did what? And Elohim forgive them. He said, even so, Amen, meaning so be it, I second it. So your uncomfortable state that you've been placed in to give light, to be able to show people that the times are changing, that this man getting ready to come back, they don't have to hear it. They gonna know it's coming back up again. See, for us, we look at, this is how we get thrown, all of us. We look at when we do something, people should see it right then. That's how we can see, quote unquote, him working in us. That's why I know he used me. If I do something right now and somebody respond right now, sometimes a course of time. Just like when the shamash, when it's sign on the ground, you plant a seed again, that seed don't come up immediately when it hit. Give it some time. And every seed that don't acknowledge that the rains have came and that the shamash have shined upon it, it don't give life, it dead anyway. It dead anyway. That's just being honest. Every seed get planted ain't coming because they're not going to recognize. They're not going to take to the Mayim that come from Shamayim. They're not going to acknowledge the light that hit upon it. They're not going to acknowledge it, and they're going to know it, and they're going to sit right there and die. And even so, that's your condition. But it's some they're going to yield forward. You know what? And they're going to break the ground. They're going to come up. Because they're going to acknowledge the rain that come from Shamayim. They're going to acknowledge the Yahuah and shine in darkness. Listen, buried down. They're going to acknowledge the sun. Everybody got to acknowledge it. If you ain't, you dead anyway. That's why he told you, listen, Kodash the one that get up in the first coon. But on the second set, he say ain't no power in it. Listen now, when you don't make it up when they gave it to you, ain't no who gets a seed out the ground that didn't acknowledge the first planting and say, you know what, I'm gonna replant you again. You're done. You're done. I'm done with you. I cut you out. No farm. Nobody in farming do that. Nobody gonna take up a dead seed, try to replant it. You're done. You had your opportunity. That's all they look at when there's a pun on the sheen. After this, then marsh problem. You hit the ground, you get up, you acknowledge it. This your marsh pot. You don't, you stay dead. I'm not gonna dig you back up to try to rebury you. You stay dead. Cut you off, no more. You would never get another chance to get it. That's why we have to be appreciative to the opportunity he given. How many times have we failed to acknowledge the Yahuah? How many times we failed to acknowledge the Ma'im that he doesn't give us from Shamayim? Man, listen, man. This thing he done gave us, this a great salvation. It's a great salvation. Don't deserve it. Shouldn't get it. But he giving it to us. Now he gives us an opportunity in the last hour to give us out just like he showed us so many times. There were people he hired at the first. He said he hired some at the first and put them down. And he found me, I wasn't working, found me idly sitting. And I tell him the truth, nobody hired me. He done come got on that the last hour. Yeah. And he just not let her know and said, I'm going to give you the same pay. Yeah. I appreciate what Musha and them did. They came the first hour. I guarantee they ain't getting no more than what we get. That's right. That's right. He said, mine, I do what I want to do with it. For us, if I'd have been by and got a great pay, you would have gotten the same thing. He said, no, I'm coming the last hour. We the last two to die. He bring y'all young people, y'all get the same pay. That's right. Y'all get that for something. I would have been like to been back there. Old people back when they were doing it. Listen, if they did what they supposed to, they going to get a pay. If you do what you supposed to, you getting the same pay. That's how Elohim do it. Everybody getting the same pay. Just do what's right. Yes, sir. Isn't that right? Right? He just in the dealings. Yes, sir. I appreciate just taking the time out, just spare to give this opportunity. Just consider. Yes, sir. Just consider. Why would you want to die? Why would you want to put yourself somewhere where you're going to say you be refuge? Somebody nobody takes, somebody just get rid of it. These young folks, y'all know, how many of my young people know anything about black eyed peas? Y'all eat them? Y'all eat black eyed peas? You know what I'm saying? Y'all eat them? Most of y'all don't know how they're doing. Uncle tell you, not you. You know. You out when the black eyed peas was invented. but typically you put them in a pot, and you put them in a pot, you stir them around, and the one float to the top, you go ahead and get them out of there. You get them on out that pot. You get them and you wash, you put them out. How many of y'all know about that? You don't eat them people. The one that float to the top, you get them out and you don't eat them. Them duds, you don't want to eat them. They say make you sick. You get them bad boy, you wash, put them in that pot, you stir them around, you'll watch them. Watch the one come to the top, get them out of there. Throw them out, don't eat them. They all look alike. They'll prove themselves. I'm telling you, they'll prove themselves. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Elohim is proving out their people. These last days, he proving out the people that are going to be saved. It's important for us to acknowledge what the man is telling us now. Yeah. Made no mistake, the man is trying to tell us something. Y'all got it? Let me finish this up right here. Come on.
And Elohim placed them in the firmament of the Shamayim so as to shine upon the Arak.
Come on.
And to regulate Yum and Layla, and to divide between the Aur and the Kashak. And Elohim saw that it was two.
So I said that? He putting out to regulate. See, they need to know how long they're supposed to be there. Night need to know how long they're supposed to be. Otherwise, you don't have no regulate. It'll just do what it want to do. That's what folk want to do now. Some always got to regulate. Just like the word got to regulate us. That's right. You know what the book told you? Told us a time and season for everything. Yeah. But you leave it in their hand. No, some got to regulate it. That's right. That's right. You can't leave time to itself. You got to regulate it. Let them know it's a time. How many of y'all feel all right today? You know it's a time you ain't supposed to feel too good too. Yeah. You got to have that balance. How you know you feeling good unless you don't feel bad? Yeah. You can't really say that you feel pretty good unless you feel pretty bad. You say, I feel pretty good. Why is that? Because I done felt worse before. I can tell today is a better day than I had, so I feel pretty good. It's a time to teach you that. It's a time that. How many of y'all laugh? How many of y'all don't laugh? You know you got to cry. You know how we think we're proper. I want to laugh all the time. That the season don't allow it. He had to regulate it. He had to regulate it. Everything got to be regulated. So you know what? When I understand it, like you happy, you say, man, I want to be like this all the time. One thing you got to put in stipulation with that. You can have it, but you ain't going to be him. You got to be with him. See, he said, you like that feeling when you be feeling good? You like to laugh and have fun? He said, you want to be with me then. Because as long as you him, it's set to regulate. You can't be happy for so long. You got to cry. And you ain't going to cry forever. You got to be sick too. And it's a time to be well. Right. All this a time. So, when you know, it's simple that saying people said, like, you know, just write a little something. You looking on. You don't think about it. These are times. Like this had to be regulated. You got to be regulated. He said, you are the day. You're not of the night. So if you are the day, how long are you going to exist? How long are you going to exist? You of the day. Till the night comes. So I'm expected to, I understand. So the Shemats come up with no knowing. I'm up now. I ain't never going down. I'm stepping over that thing. I'm only here for a temporary time. I gotta go. It's just like when Yahuah down here, when Yahushua came on the scene, he said, me and you, dog, we finna be here. He told the folk quick, he said, I gotta decrease. The more he keep increasing, he like, dog, he said, I got it. He mightier than I. The more that man keep coming to his own, the more I gotta leave. We gotta get this right. We gotta get this right. So we've been fighting everything he set up to regulate. When we understand him, just like the dietary law, all this to regulate us. All of the law, they regulate. But we didn't understand how the day and the night had to be regulated. We don't understand that's what the commandments were for. They're there to regulate us, to keep us from. It's allowances, then there are things he keeps us from, and it's reasonable. There's a lot. I was thinking about coming. I was thinking about, just how things work. Yahushua. How you take a thing like that, a person like that, an object like that, and it be tubed, and you allow it to ingest and take everything we've done that's wrong, and still be tubed. You can accept things and say, I believe it. But do you really understand something like that? Do y'all know what this man took on? He took on everything wrong that was with us and still was tubed. Can you imagine that? Everything wrong with us and was still tubed. And let me kind of think about when I go fishing. I like red snappers and all those different things. You catch them on squid and you can catch them on shrimp. What do we know about squid and shrimp? Why? Because they're unclean. But amazingly, you can eat the fish that eat them. Because he designed them with a system. See, you couldn't handle it, but they can. So like your car, and still be tubed. And still be tubed. After he had ingested everything we had, you ain't gonna believe it, he told them to eat. This is my body. After you done ingested squid and shrimp, this man done took on adultery, fornication, lying, hypocrisy, homosexuality, and still he give it a system. But we understand it with the fish. I don't catch you can't catch no red snapper with everything clean. You gonna catch it with unclean things. And yet it still can digest it and be fit for you. Who else could do something like that but Mr. Yahuah?
Yes, sir. That's right.
Who else could do something like that but Mr. Yahuah? The fact he let that man take on everything we've done wrong and still be tubed. What benefit is if he couldn't be tubed after? Because if the red snapper turned into a catfish, I can't eat it. Isn't that right? If it turned into a lobster, I can't eat it.
That's right.
But if it can still hold its stability of what it is, like it hold the fins and scales and everything it's supposed to have, and he said, you can digest it.
Yes, sir.
Don't y'all know he was still able to maintain who he was?
That's right.
That's why he had to be without Katayin.
That's right.
Hello? Okay. It's one thing to take on something and it don't allow it don't become what it ingests and what it took. Like Yahushua took on our sin, yet he ain't become a sinner.
That's right. That's right.
He ain't become a participant of committing sin.
That's right.
Yeah, a red snapper grouper don't become a shrimp and a lobster.
No, sir.
They can ingest them and eat them, and they can still maintain their order of discipline.
That's right.
See, the problem is when me and you eat them, I lose something.
Yeah. Right.
It changed me.
Right.
It make me act and do a certain thing that go contrary to the Torah, so it ain't fit for me. That's why it's had to come out to regulate. Hello? Why you think it give me irregular? That's why I got irregular. See, if I just look at the law as just something to keep me from having fun, I'm going to falter. I'm going to faint. It's set here to regulate because it's a time for everything. Everything got a time to. Even with party, if they need to close. Yep. Now I don't go to them club, don't never close. You need your rest. Last call for alcohol.
That's right.
Last dance. Everything got rest. At some point, you got to cut it off. And I appreciate the fact of how he operated and how he operated and how he's operating even when I didn't understand, and when I got to understand, because I appreciate him more. The things that I fought and the things I didn't understand, I thought, if we didn't have this, but you need regulations. Hello? You need regulations. Let's see. Come on. It's not what we wanted, but since we were going through him. Come on.
And there was evening and there was morning, the fourth yom. And Elohim said, let the Ma'im bring forth reptiles having Kai and winged creatures flying above the Arats in the firmament of Shamayim. And it was so. And Elohim made great whales and every Kai reptile, which the Ma'im brought forth according to their kinds, and every creature that flies with wings according to his kind. And Elohim saw that they were two.
That's why you got birds of a feather flock together. Everything of its kind stayed together.
Yeah.
Hawks and eagles don't hang out. They all winged creatures. They do not hang out. Jaybirds don't hang with crows. Y'all hear that? They just don't do it. Macaws don't hang out with parakeets. They don't do it. Everything stay the same. You don't believe it. Kadash people don't hang with people that commit kataim. See, everything that we're supposed to do, you ain't gonna believe it. Nature will teach it. See, when he told us that it was gonna come a day that the lamb and the Ari were gonna lay down together, they don't typically do that. But he would talk about how Yahushua gonna be with us. Because remember, he the Ari and the Matah of Yehudah. Right. And we are the sheep of his pasture. That's right. Because typically we looked at to tell us that, because what do we typically know Ari to do? He'll take one. Dawood told you, I kept sheep. Right. And who came? Ari, and took one of them. And then you said they're going to lay down together. He said, I'm going to regulate it. He said the Ari and the sheep, they both going to eat straw together. Which really ain't that hard and that difficult for you to understand, because in the garden, nobody ate meat. Right. All I do is take them back to their principle, how they existed. They all ate herbs. Nobody ate meat in the garden. They didn't eat meat till after they had come off of the ship with Noah. He told her, I've given you everything in meat, even as you couldn't say that if you were already doing it. He came in to regulate. Their diet was consistent concerning that, but then how are we going to be able to take the same from Yahushua by eating his flesh? Right. If you're only eating herbs. Right. Wow. See, everything he did, it's a sign. It was a time. It was a time in the season. It wasn't the season. The time hadn't come yet. So you start to recognize these things, you start to look at things different, and you start to look at things he make is more practical than what you've been told from man. Man gave us a lot of things. It's not practical. They're nice sayings if you just want to use them, but they're not conducive for eternal life. That we'll call alarm, long time. That's what they're. So honey, me love you long time, alarm. Alarm and alarm. We're looking at continual existence. See how we have to look at it. They just looked at something being a long time. That's a long. Like when Yahushua came and he made the Shema stand still for the space of a whole yom, meaning night should have came in. He allowed day to sit longer. They look at the space change. That's a long. That's a long time for it to be up. Then look at when it continues to keep going, alarm and alarm. That's what we're looking for Kai. We're looking for a law, but in order to obtain that, we have to have an understanding. We have to have a discipline, and you have to follow the regulations. Y'all got it? All right, let's see. Finish this up.
And Elohim barakah them, saying, increase and multiply and fill the Ma'im in the Yam, and let the creatures that fly be multiplied on the Arat. And there was evening and there was morning, the fifth yom. And Elohim said, let the Arat.
Stop. So I'm down too far there. Go back. What I want, 11? Go back to 11. Yeah, listen.
And Elohim said, let the Arats bring forth the herb of grass bearing seed according to his kind and according to his likeness. And the pari bearing pari whose seed is in it according to his kind on the Arat.
Stop. Let's come back down. Look at this. Let's examine this. And Elohim said, let the alarm bring forth the herb of grass. So you got the grass, you got other things that sprout out from the grass, from the ground. And these things that come out, now, they were going to do what? Bearing seed. That's important. Because all this about the same thing. He put us together, what we were supposed to do, because you're similar to an ox. When a man and woman come together, they're actually supposed to produce fruit, pari. This fall conducive, that same regulation is with us. Okay? So he looked, this is the same regulation he gave you. So when it does it, notice how things are supposed to stay. Listen. According to its, wow. Wow. So this is important. A mustard plant should probably bear turnip seed. Mustard seed. Not oranges or apples. Because this will be contrary to what it is. This will kind of be what happened with us. Because he told us that by the pari, you'll know them. You'll know where they source from. Hello? You'll know where they source from. Even when you look at the fruit coming out, where did he say that seed was again? In itself. Wow. Wow. That's amazing. Because he even talked about what goes in a man don't defile it. It's about the unwashed hand. It ain't what going to defile him. What was again? What come out like? What we're going to come out of? Name it. What was something? Who? Fornication. Adultery. Murder. What he looked at, where did he come from? That come from inside that art. That's what I treat. That's how I know your fruit. That's why I know where you're sourced out from. Because this is typically your fruit. That's why I told you about what we have to radiate out and what we do. That's your fruit. That come from in you. There ain't nobody but you. I don't know where that come from. Aim, I just cussed you out like that. They'll forgive me, sugar. I'm so sorry. You know where that come from? That come from right inside him. Because that's where that seed is in you. See, that's how we recognize. Ain't no apple tree sprout no apple no from anywhere. That apple was inside of that tree.
Come on. That's right.
That apple, no oranges, it came from inside of that tree.
That's right.
So when we start doing certain behavior, he lets you know, that's you.
Inside. That's right.
Y'all forgive me the other day, I wasn't myself. Yes, you was.
Yep.
That came from inside of you.
That's right.
I don't ain't gonna make no apology, but he knows exactly what that orange. What orange? Daddy, forgive me, I sprouted these oranges. I don't know why. That's what was in you.
That's right.
So that's why he starts saying, by their fruit. That's what we start to come and see. These were things he used to regulate. That's why you're looking at about cross-gendering, because that's what it looked like. Here you supposed to be an ox of Elohim and what you supposed to produce, but you showing a different, you bearing out a different fruit. So you gendering then. You done mix something. See, it's tried to show us, because it don't matter about no weather, no time. An orange tree, which is sit somewhere where it constantly continues to do orange, it puts in a hot climate. But if you took that orange tree and you put it in a cold climate and you let it heat back up, ain't no plums gonna come out from that tree. As soon as they get a chance to get back to stability, guess what they're gonna do? Oranges. Why is it other things and other people drive me to produce something different? So that's why it was important to put something in us. Just like he told about he that among on me asked her, what was that again? The reason why he wants you to do it, because that's what regulates you. See, because of what we know, it puts a regulation on me. I can't believe a certain thing. I had to operate at a certain measure. So I should always be producing the same thing. He said, out of his belly, from the inner part, what's going to do? It's going to, guess what? It's going to flow out from him. If you get a person vomit, catfish, beer cans, cigarettes, damn, I don't know where that came from. Who believe that? Man, I don't know where, y'all forgive me. I don't know where that. Who in here buying that? They threw that up. Why? That's what he looked at what was going to flow out of them. He said, because I know, because I put it down. And what's going to flow out of them is what I put in them. That's how we're going to start to identify who and what belongs to him. All these people saying what you can't tell, it's a complete lie. So now we start looking at how important it is. We got to go in. We got to cleanse ourselves. Having therefore he promised it dearly beloved. You ain't going to believe it. Cleanse ourselves well. All filters of the flesh. That's right. And that's how we're going to perfect it. So now we had to come in and we learn how to do the cleansing from when we keep us out. During that time, we supposed to, from that first union, what we supposed to do? Let's start getting this stuff out. Everything produced cause you to rise up. Let's get every yeast, because we know yeast raise bread. So let's get any fat, we ain't just gonna go here and just yeast and take it out. There's some other stuff. If you take an egg and take the white of the egg, you can actually use that for a leavening agent. Now, the reason why that's important for you to know, it started to let you start to examine other things that could turn into. Right. That if put in the right situation, it could be. Right. It ain't calling it wrong, just showing you when it come down to things, when all he tells you, things have a way of using other things. Right. There are other mitigating factors that could be there that could cause you to come up and be in violation and go against the regulation. Right. So that's why you start to search through. You start looking at what could possibly in any way get me to rise up. What can in any faction play a part that'll find me to go against the regulation? Because things that go against the regulation, he ain't big on keeping them. I want to be kept. Yes, sir. Yeah. That makes sense? Yes, sir. So that's why we start looking. He said, by their fruit, you'll know them, right? So everything he told, he wanted to make sure now, with not just bearing seed, I need to regulate that. Because let's just be honest, I'm telling, this me thinking, if I'm telling it the herb or the grass bearing seed according to its kind, if I leave it to itself, man, that must he might pop out and be something else. Because there ain't no regulation. That little boy might have a little girl in him. If there ain't no regulation. Hold on for a minute. Let's just be honest. If I'm having to tell it to bear according to its kind, so you tell me I can have a little boy, he naturally gonna grow up and be a man. He can't have a girl in him. He can't have no offending behaviors in him. So what's going to stop that? Wow. Probably by the way I dress him. Probably about what I let him play with. So all he's going to be conducive to make sure I keep him going what? In the way he's supposed to go. What I'm supposed to train the child to do? Why don't I have the child let the spirit lead him? So when he is old, wow. So I got to make sure I put this regulation out as soon as I get at him. I don't want to give this seed no opportunity to talk about I'm a daisy. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here's my handle and here's my spout. No. I got to teach them out the real. Y'all remember that one? Yes, sir. That's an old, but I'm saying, guess what? You read what you say. Nope. You don't do that. See, regulations are there for a reason. Just like for our behavior, obeying Elohim, we have to be addressing these behaviors because these regulations keep us from in violation. This was regulation. Anytime I seen it got outside, you cut it down. Now, old time, y'all young ones, you won't see it in your time. Probably Boogie them do it. You get a rooster, sometime a hen, a chicken would jump up on the post and try to. They haven't seen that before. And how many of y'all young people ain't never seen that, heard that? So what happened? You have a post. That rooster will jump up on that pole. The rooster do that. Every now and then, a chicken will jump up there and make some noise. Let me tell you what they do with that chicken. I can tell them how they go pet the chicken and try to retrain it. I ain't smell what they do with that chicken. They said the thing think it's a rooster. They kill it because it broke regulation. You know what y'all do? Hey, chicken, ain't that cute? Video it. No. That chicken dying today. When that chicken jump, they don't know about it. When that chicken jump up on that pole and pull that jump right down, they'll tell you quick, get it down and kill it. The thing think it's a rooster. Every other chicken know. They walk right on past that thing. Ain't going up there. We're going to regulate it. They regulate it by that. That's something. What y'all young people think about that? It's hard, ain't it? That's what he look at with us. Why you think he ready to kill us? Because you done got outside of what you've been established to be. Get it down quick and kill it. Okay. I'm trying to help you out like that. So everything is set in play for a reason. What you think that show other chickens? Don't jump up there and do that. So in that death, it regulates all the other chicken realize when you jump up there, it's immediate death. It ain't that death ain't imminent already for them, but now you just speed up the process because you broke regulation. That's why the book tells us to don't be overly wicked. Why should you die before time? Hello? Same thing when you put a man up on the tomb. You put a man up on the cross. He said that man been a curse to Elohim. That man got to die. And you know what? You can't leave him up there all day either. The land occur. You got to get him down and kill him. You got to kill him quick. Isn't that right? It's certain things you do. You push it to a regulation to teach people. This is what happens when you're overly wicked. We got to put you up and kill you quick. See, all these regulatory he put in play, the regulation, was to teach us something. We don't just use Romans 15:4. This is how we process it. That whatever was written aforetime, what was it written for? So you telling me when he said I put the shamash, I put the kukah beam, I said all these ministers, I put the Shalakim, the apostles, I said the Ra'ah, the pastor, all of them being the Yarik and being the Shema, all of them, so they can regulate what's supposed to go on the Orites. I won't just teach you about that. I will teach you about these folks that I put him ought to do the same thing. Let these people know that the day is at hand. Cast off therefore the works of darkness and put on the armor of light.
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, this man is manifested. He's getting ready to come back on us. But when you ain't understand Barashit, you don't understand that this was what he told you in the beginning. Well, actually, he said, I was declaring the end. I was declaring the end. Now I set up for everything to know and to keep the same process. So when you break ranks, don't you think something out of character? That you don't know that none of these trees are changing. You know you ain't seen a pine tree yet start bearing coconuts. Right. All that time, all of a sudden, all these guys, now women's in them. All of them got the women in them. All these women got man in them. Straight 110% man. Ain't just a little bit. 110% man. Pine tree, not one coconut yet.
That's true. It's true.
Not one of them redwood trees. You ain't got no pecans off of it. All that you tell me not one of these trees. You tell me not one of these herbs ain't jumped up yet. Come on, there's something inside. I just can't hold myself. This thing all over me. I've been fighting it and fighting it. They've been regulated. And they've been holding in. And now we accepted everything gay. I mean, well, you know, the Lord, why would they lie? Why would they lie? That's what they're saying. That's what it is. Don't you know that's scary? That every grass still green.
Yes, sir.
Ain't nothing changed but us. Now they'll try to go and take seeds and jump the stuff to try to tell them, see, this stuff now starting to change. Ain't nothing changed, Joe. It's just out he said, I remain the same.
Come on.
Why the sun ain't blue?
That's right.
Why is it all the stuff folk like? Everything remained. The kukah bean still the kukah bean. Yet man, the only one come up with all these changes and regulate and want to cross-mix animals. Act like he found something. Trying to confuse you up to make you think it's okay for you to change. Everything he established still the same. His judgment still the same. Still the same. He still hates sin. He still hates sin. He just tried to redeem the sinner.
Yes, sir.
That's what they mess up at.
Yep.
Why he say we hate sin? I hate sin.
Right.
I heart the sinner. I'm trying to get him to repent so I don't kill him too.
Right.
Because I come back and I catch it, I'm going to destroy the sin and I'm going to destroy the person that acting and working in it.
That's right.
That's what he's been trying to do, trying to regulate. He's been trying to keep us alive. That's why I talk about the word. That's what give life. Your flesh ain't profit you nothing. How many of them been in? How many of them ain't had but one girlfriend, one boyfriend? Because we done chose folk and they were the wrong folk and you keep moving, keep going. Your flesh ain't profit you nothing. It'll keep it moving. We done made a lot of bad decisions from the flesh. We done made a lot of bad decisions from the flesh. I just use that still. We done made a lot of bad decisions. That's what I say. It don't problem. He said, but the Ruach, that's what give you life.
Come on. Yes, sir.
There's a lot of things that the word come to try to show it to kind of get us. We made a lot of bad off the first looks or the first opinion or something. We jumped and done something. Let you get. You said it's the worst thing ever. I don't know what I was thinking. You won. That just said the flesh was moving. Flesh saw a quick, easy hit to get into something. The flesh went down. Let it realize this is bad. This is bad. But, you know, he allows to do that because otherwise you'll keep, and a lot of us, although we made more bad decisions than good decisions, we still keep leaning to the flesh. That's why we got to trust him. Why do you think he let a lot of that fail for us? But those what they like, every time I do something like it don't work out, every time I look like stuff don't no good come from, what you think he's trying to get you to do? You thinking he's just trying to shut you down, he's trying to get you to see something that other people ain't going to see. This whole thing going to kill you out the wild. Trust me, I regulate you. I get you right. Yeah. I'm telling you, for a lot of us, it just take longer time for some people. Because people going and look like that, I know Rudy going to get checked later. Ain't that right? Is it true? We'll get him. Looking for you now. Now, he tell you, it is though, ain't it? That's a basket. But I'm just trying to, I know you. I know what you meant, Rudy. I know that. I mean, I can do more than one thing at two times. At the same time, believe it or not. But, you know, but the thing is, We're at this time now, y'all. Honestly, this thing is finna end quicker than what anybody even thought. Every day, if y'all look, listen, it ain't just Russia and the United States and Ukraine. It's so many countries are at a brink right now. I'm talking about there are so many governments being overthrown, people overthrown. The French getting kicked out of the country. Listen, it's getting bad everywhere. I'm talking they dropping UN forces in place. It ain't working. The folks, listen, they gotta go. They said they gotta go. The French gotta go. The UN gotta go. Everybody pissed. People are tired and frustrated, and Yahuah is showing everybody your government not going to stand. Nobody government gonna stand. Only thing gonna stand is all the he ain't worth. America on deck. And they call Tony Smith saying, Mark, what I'm tell y'all, America on deck. She on deck. Her government not gonna be able to stand. She done ran a long time. All of us, we done drunk the wine, we done ate her delicacy. This stuff coming to an end. This great whore coming down. I don't know what these folks thinking. Listen, this great whore that sit upon many water. Who else got a statue sit out in the water other than him?
That's right.
That is the pinnacle for everybody coming in this country. They look at that statue and they look at liberty. Liberty is freedom. You came to captivity. Yahuah talking.
Yes, sir.
Let's see right quick. Give me the 18th chapter book of Kazum. I'm trying to get y'all finished. Book right though. Book right. They ain't got to believe it. It's right. This thing winding up.
Yes, sir.
They call it Revelation, but it's Kazum. Also, Deuce, you listening, you fat. And my grandboy called me this morning. Said he called to scare his papa. I'm like, why you got to scare me? You know, give back, here, put the phone, I got to scare papa. Like, nobody but Deuce. All right, listen.
And after these things, I saw another Malachite come down from Shamayim,
Having what?
great power, and their rots was enlightened with his kabod.
Listen.
And he sighed out with a strong call, saying, Babylon the great is fallen,
And
is become the habitation of Shadim,
which are demons. Come on.
and the hold of every unclean ruach, and the hold of every unclean, hateful bird.
So, let me ask something. Y'all tell me that ain't us. That's not America.
Yes, sir.
Babylon won our captivities. They was sat here, these same folk. They have things down in trade. They don't see the handwriting on the wall. That man they talking.
Yes, sir.
They don't see all these things. They're the same play. Babylon also they played the music and the instrument. We had to fall down every time I heard the worship. Now when they play the anthem, you got to stand up.
Yeah. That's right.
You got every foul spirit you want. Jeffrey Epstein, who was not alone. I don't know how him and the girl he got, the only two wound up being convicted there. What about the kids named out? Bush, they done named out all these folk they done met. The Clinton, they done named out people. All this has been sealed. And we're only gonna deal with Jeffrey Epstein, and we're gonna just deal with them. The prince, one of the prince of England, Prince Philip, caught up in it. The girl done said he got pictures. They got pictures they show you of her. Well, she said, I done slept with the man. The man lied, won't come back, stand trial. They just dropped it. Said, well, we're gonna take one of his medals away from him. All these people come here. The Saudis come here. They're gay.
Yes.
In California, they've been caught having sex with boys. They come on here, they have sex with boys in Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills is one of the most wicked places on the planet.
Yes, sir.
Charles Manson. Where was he at? Was that in Chicago?
California.
That was Beverly Hills.
Yep.
All these people wicked. Drug users, homosexual, child molester, every foul spirit you can name him. We didn't even know America was even tied in sex trafficking. Every time they show you a movie, it's overseas. Where they showed us taking at? In Paris. Them bastards take you right here.
Yes, sir.
But they always make it look like you go abroad. Them people kidnap them folks. We have so many missing, quote unquote, black women right here. Atlanta missing. They got sex trafficking right here in Atlanta, what they call the black Mecca. They gonna put it on us.
Yep.
No good well we ain't kidnap no damn black women. Where we gonna keep man? Nigga won't even pay his damn bills.
Yeah.
Nigga behind on his rent. How the hell you gonna keep all these black women in your house? No good well white folk got them. What nigga you know can hold some women? Nigga gotta go to work. That white folk stuff. If a nigga help, they'll use, let me say this, niggas help kidnap them. They'll use our faith because a white faith is too suspected you kidnap her. He'll use us. The kidnap, I have it, I get her, she might trouble, get her, snatch her, get out, but I'm giving you to the white man. Nigga run their mouth too much, you know we going to jail. We get on the white man get him and flip him and shoot him somewhere else. You know, good, I already know what they do, I ain't stupid. Ain't no white man smarter, he know his face gonna stick out in our neighborhood, in a poor neighborhood. Same way it did when they blamed them kids on Wayne Williams.
That's right.
Man, this damn tall. Kidnapping joker 6'4".
That's right. That's right.
No gun, your bare hand, tell me you don't have some Secret Service training. The hell you say? You this tall. Ain't no man kidnapping you this tall. Stop it. Just stop it. Then chunking niggas out the window. One hand. What handcuff you put on this nigga? Why he driving? Whole body, 6'3", one hand, over bridge, right, while I'm riding. Ain't nothing kicking me, ain't nothing hitting me, ain't nothing getting home. And I'm finna grab this nigga, I'm shooting the nigga. A one-hand tosser sitting down, a 200-something pound man with one hand, 6'3", out the driver window, over a bridge in the water. And you said you put your hands on it. Aluminum bat, all that nigga getting from me. Aluminum bat and pistol. Who grabs a man like that? They no gun where that, no gun where they lied on that man. Because all Goyim, this is what they did.
Have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her Zanuth. And the Malachim of the Arats have committed Zanuth with her.
And
the merchants of the Arats have been made rich by power of her delicacies.
That ain't America. Tell me what country. Who we talking about? England? What the United Nations at?
Right here.
Amazing. It ain't in Europe. It's here. Right in New York. Right where the great horse sit at. Everybody make their wealth from here. We shut you down if you don't do business with us. You know this? Listen, China had the #1 economy in the world. China is failing. Listen, they in a flat mess right now. Economic, they're in a flat mess, not doing business. Listen, we have inflation and it bad. Where our stores at empty? Where we at on the street starving? We still got the lowest gas prices ever.
Yes, sir.
Them folks at $8 out of gas. Where we, let me say, with all that going on, what gas station we got out of gas?
That's right.
Where our line of cars and people walking with gas cans?
That's right. That's right.
We gonna make the Saudis pay?
Come on.
They going down.
Yes.
China falling. Russia is #2 in oil in the world. We hurting them. We ain't even pumping our oil. This how powerful these people are. We not even touching our oil, and we still got oil moving.
Yep. That's right.
They're gonna cut 2 million barrels a day. He said, go ahead and put 15 million out there down. We'll drop 15 from our reserve. He said that'll push us down to like 400 something million gallons. Still good. He said, we'll replenish and put that back. So how did you going down? Everybody trying. Iran, look at them. We topping their government. They were pissed today on the news. They said, we already know what you're doing. You using this against us for the bargaining tool for the nuclear weapon. You Iran pissed. Oh, they in trouble. UN coming in now. Yeah. They pissed. They said, nope, don't bring no UN observer. UN said, we got to come in. We got to examine them drones and see them your drone. Iran said, no, you're not checking no drone. Listen, we shut everybody down. Iran done. Listen, make no mistake, they're done. They're Ayatollah done, whole government done. This is what happened when you cross America. Everybody done tried it, you failed. Listen, all that stuff, South Africa, niggas ain't smart. Don't do it. Leave them for, them crackers gonna leave you out there. Who you think they gonna punish them up? Brazil, done. You got more homosexual, you got more crime. You gonna break away with China and Russia, they gonna leave you out there. Any of them stinking niggas? Man, please. Y'all ain't seen Bangladesh? Oh my goodness. Flooded out. Listen, record flooded. They ain't no position to, listen, America control they got heart, they control weather. You can't play with people like this. They tell, listen, they're in a mess. They're showing them for, listen, it's a mess. Bangladesh in a mess. They got the second largest population in the world. It's too easy to kill y'all. Most of their men are gay. China, listen. Y'all don't know. Most of them guys are gay. These stupid bastards, in order to control population, killing women, keep the men. Let's do the numbers. I can have 15 boys and no girls. China had that. You're going to have 2 kids. If they're boys, you can keep having them. If they're girls, you got to kill them. So I rack up 20 boys. Where these girls they going to get? That's what we set them up on. Now they got, go down, came back and said, now, we got to start letting these girls be born. Who that stupid? How it took you to get the 2 billion people to figure this number out? That I have no girls, I got too many niggas. That's all the sausage party. That's the biggest move over there, sausage party. That's why y'all think all them folks come on here? We got the women. Let me tell y'all something. All y'all here. Ain't no country on this planet better fun than America. Nobody. The SARS, listen, the SARS take their money, they fly around the world. You land your ass right here and spend your money. Them Chinamen come right here in the party. Ain't nobody got what we got. Listen, I could be a NFL football, basketball player, baseball player, and y'all don't know my name, and I'm on the bench. When I go to them country, I'm the baddest nigga they ever seen. United States, Professor basketball, Professor baseball. One of them niggas come land on him, Professor. We don't know that nigga. We don't give a damn. We keep moving. But I care about no China Cup. What that mean, I'm a Canadian champion. Of what? I only drink Canadian liquor. We don't care. I'm telling you, we don't care. If you ain't United States, we don't care. Listen, we go anywhere in the world, they love us. United States athlete, they don't even know what the sport is. I love you. United States. Y'all saw King when he came to America. He got more praise than him. Once you hit America, that's it, baby. They know because you know what? These demons done set this whole thing up. They know, listen, they'll make everybody drink from it. That's why everybody did it. Hey, listen, United Nations, why y'all think all these countries will come and pick this place to set him? You get more sex, more drugs, more murder, more whatever. Listen, ain't no better place to play than here. Don't let anybody, we go to other places. Everybody else come here. Right. Guess what people in Dubai don't go to play at? In Dubai. Guess what people in Saudi Arabia don't play at? In Saudi Arabia. You come here. Our California blew anything they got. They come out of New York with COVID. We got more going on in your house. Them saying, nigga, no, you come here to play. Listen, you can't play nowhere better than here. You come here to play, and that's what pulled them out. Look here. Now let's see what Yahuah done did. What you done?
I shama another call from Shamayim saying,
do what?
Go out from her.
Who?
My arm.
I try to tell y'all, you gotta get ready to leave.
Yes, sir.
That's what he told her. Now, you tell me, he talking about here people having to go out. Now, that don't make sense to say that when we already been out of Babylon.
Come on.
This is Yahuah writing.
Yes, sir.
This after we've been out of Babylon.
After.
This after we've been under Roman rule.
After. That's right.
He's telling you now, he's telling his people to come out from her. Let's see what happened.
That you be not partakers of her kataim.
Oh my goodness. So you don't be guilty of her sin and?
That you receive not of her plagues.
Why?
For her kataim have reached unto Shamayim.
And?
Yahuah hath zakar her iniquities.
He said, I remember what she did. I remember her. Let me tell you something. Y'all don't know what these bastards been trying to do. All these bastards. Y'all don't think it's amazing they're going to the moon, they're trying to set up shop. See, they think they're going to go and they're going to re-accomplish what they did when they built the first tower in Babylon. See, they were building one to go all the way there, and he said they would have done it had I not stopped them. These bastards got shut. Notice, they're not just trying to fly. They're trying to establish Malkuth up there. Empire, kingdom, where they're going to keep existing. They know what's going on down here. They know their time don't wind it up and they're gone. They think they're going to fly, they're going to get away. They're going to get stopped in their track. Nobody's going to escape the wrath of this man. See, don't get yourself caught these people. You got black folk trying to pay for these space travel. Nigga, you already an astronaut.
That's right.
Nigga, you dizzy in your head. You ain't going to, you actually believe these crackers? These crackers done went somewhere and found somewhere. They going to tear it up. These geek monsters ain't went nowhere. I don't believe them. White folk run out of gas on the expressway. You think I believe they know how much gas there to fly to the moon? How do I know how much gas I need to go to the moon? I ain't never been there before. I don't believe nothing these people say. What you hooking up to when you get on Mars Day to stay lit up, to stay powered up for 6-7 months? I got to change my car battery sooner than that. Are y'all conscious? Where you refueling at?
Right.
How you get up there with that much fuel and don't take that much to come back?
Right.
And you're in a place with no atmosphere. Well, you're in a place where you have no oxygen and you're supposed to have no, and you don't have no, gravity. So I'm fighting against something. Makes no sense. I'm just telling you, I just don't believe these people. I just don't believe nothing these people say. I told you, they can come fly me. I want them to kidnap me and take me there tomorrow. Let me just walk around. I'm going to bubble around for 6 months. I'm going to use that bathroom and everything. I'm going to make a grilled cheese. I don't even do dairy. I'm just believing they made out of cotton meal. I'm every day. They want to cook hemp. No, I'm just eating grilled cheese from the moon. As soon as I get back, what house smell? I don't believe it. So I don't believe nothing these people say. Don't believe these people. I don't believe nothing these people say. I don't know how you go out and then you come back somewhere and just tell lies. Why y'all got to land in water? Your clumsy ass ain't learned how to lay on the ground yet. All we got to go land in water. Why you don't land in water on the moon? Why that time you come, you got to fall in the water? I don't believe nothing that man say. His technology don't make sense to me. He's not that smart. I don't believe nothing that man say. Don't believe nothing these folks say. These folks tell you stuff, make a fool out of you for a reason. Have you been up there to see it? No, sir. Me neither. Neither has he. Y'all saw the video I showed y'all. They tried to put Armstrong put his hand in the Bible and make him swear he been there and he wouldn't touch that. You saw he kept going. The man said, put your hand in the Bible. Swear you been there. He wouldn't touch that. What's hard? I've been there. I said, I ain't got to put my hand in there. He knew I was there. He went around. He knew it. I ain't been nowhere. Why that bad? It wasn't a black man, was it? What they tell you? White folk tell you. White folk don't believe no stuff like that. They ain't that stupid. They just give it to us. Let's see what happened to him. He don't remember her iniquity. What is he going to do?
Render to her.
You said forgive her.
Render to
Don't
her.
do nothing to her because they need the Lord. And
Render
let him
to
fight
her.
you. Render to her what?
As she also hath rendered to you.
You know your book said eye for eye, tooth for tooth.
Come on.
Hand for hand, foot for foot, rail for rail. Now they done told you it gone. Why your book and Kazum Vision tell you to render to her what she did? Why he ain't tell you let Jesus do it? Because in New Testament, it's supposed to tell me to forgive her and let the Lord handle that. Because you yourself have done wrong. Why is he telling me render to her as she also has rendered to you? And it should be equal for equal, isn't it?
And double unto her double, according to her works.
That'll teach her.
Yes, sir.
See, that's why I tell you, Christianity is you to make a fool out of people. See, when people sit down with sense and you really start to contemplate in your mind, right, this is New Testament, not Old Testament. This is after the coming of who they claim Jesus came, who came with loving kindness and touching, hugging, and forgiving, and letting folks slap, piss out you, and pee on you. But now the man talking about render to her what she gave to you, which lines up with your law. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth. Hand for hand, foot for foot, rail for rail. Then he told you double, which makes sense. When he found Zacchaeus in the tree, who was of Dwayne height, short stature, and he came down the tree, he went up to see Yahuah. When he came down, he said, if I take anything, he said, I'll return it fourfold. He knew you cannot take and just give back. That's why they don't see white people don't want to play. Amazingly, you asking for reparation.
Yes, right.
You ask, they said, that's crazy. You asking for more than what we took.
Yes, right.
Wow, where did you get that from?
Yes, sir.
It don't make sense just give me back what you took. You gonna have to double up on that, baby boy.
Double up.
You can't do it. That'll teach you. Don't teach you nothing. You getting back money for money.
Right.
That's amazing. Lafarge, y'all seen that? The concrete company. Oh, they huge here. I know about it because I'm a builder. I know about Lafarge. That's a French-owned company. That French-owned company right here in America, they've been doing business with the terror, with ISIS. Wow. They've been giving them almost $6 million. Wow. They put up a concrete company over there and outbid, undercut Turkey. Turkey pissed. Because Turkey told them about this in 2012. They told the French. They told the United States. Nobody did now. All these companies been doing business with terrorists. Yep. Please, y'all check. Now, y'all going to let me just tell this lie? How about United States ain't shut the company down? They still existing. They've been doing business. They made millions and millions of dollars using terrorists. To undercut you fear on them companies over there, so they undercut these folk to get concrete jobs. I tell my time, white people don't do good business. I don't know why y'all be thinking white folks, listen, I'm out here, I deal with them. They're sloppy. They always got some criminal activity, everything they're doing. They won't do nothing that ain't criminal. Listen, they look good. That pretty look clean. I said to my wife, I said, I be saying to myself, I thought y'all be doing business. They don't do business. Listen, they cheat, they lie, they steal every time they get a chance. But and they keep they look like they. Then you know they be ready for to go. Them drug dealers on the street. Oh, they proponent for niggas going to jail. Whoo, Black Lives Matter. All of them need to be locked up. You saw them burn them buildings down and burnt that window down. Them crackers tore up the nation capital house.
Yes, sir.
And I'm yet to find all them same crackers who want Black Lives Matter in jail.
Right.
Who were not out there for no vote, but out there because they looked at black people being shot unarmed.
That's right.
When have we ever been out there for a vote and tore up something?
Never.
It's always been because somebody had been beat on film. Somebody been shot unarmed. That's the only time we've been out there.
That's right.
All of them need to go to jail. Every one of them need to rot. They all terrorists, you know. The people went down on January the 6th. Why they ain't saying them people were terrorists?
That's right.
They still Americans. They still get their fair day in court. You're on TV spraying bear spray on police officers, killing them, beating them. Why we ain't heard nothing from the 180 police officers that got injured? Where these bastards at? Why they ain't coming out saying that? We get 3 police guys to say something. You see the rest of them, they're told them, we can't make white people look bad. Eat that. One police get hit by a nigga, all niggas bad.
Yep.
Sick of it, just sick of it. We never getting that. It's never fair. It's never fair. It's never right with us. We always get the worst end of it. Just tell them, show you one time we've been out there. One time you found black people out there because we couldn't hear rap. Because Conway 20, mine went back. When we been out here for these people? The only time we've been out there is when we've been beat, when we've been shot, when we've been mistreated. Dr. King got shot. They still say we shouldn't have been out there.
Yep.
When we couldn't get in them universities, them crackers kept us out. Nobody said they shouldn't have been out there. Every time they had nobody never said nothing about these crackers. And it kills me that niggas love these crackers. Why y'all so scared of these crackers?
That's right.
They can't do no more than we let them. We're talking about for our right to exist. I'm so blood. I'm telling you, first race come along, they said, we finna do something. I'm finna join them. They said, we done, man, we walking. We ain't going there. I'm like, I'm one of y'all. Let me in the color. I'm just giving that paper. The hell you say, start paying myself. Whatever the hell is, I'm going to get that hair till I'm going to buy it. Everybody that got weed, I'm going to get me some. It just don't make sense as long as we've been here that we keep allowing people to treat us any kind of way. Why we always got to explain ourselves? Why we always got to try to prove we love them? We got to pick it. You got to make them feel comfortable. You got to make them feel invited. Who does it to us? White man came here yesterday, last night. How he got in here, I don't know. No t-shirt, dirty white shirt. Couldn't stop fumbling with his head messing around. I said, damn, Dalen Rue sent him. That's all I kept saying. Dalen Rue, this still makes no sense. I'm trying to figure this whole thing out. They get all the treatment they want to invite and treat them right. These crack gonna let me walk in their church with no shirt on, and I'm fumbling around looking out like I'm agitated, like something going on with me. Hell no, they ain't going with that. I'm hitting the ground. They on top of me. White police come to get me. My ass shipped out of him. We always got to do extra for them. Our black folk can't get through the door. Our black folk can't get in the parking lot. Because we always feel the need of trying to show we not racist. We don't owe white people no explanation. You ought to know, if I were racist, y'all ass been dead. It don't make no sense to leave. None of y'all even shouldn't be here. We always feel the need of having to show white people we got this extra love for them. Where yours at? You do the extra. I ain't kidnapped nobody white. Hell, you kidnapped me. I ain't raped nobody. You raped me. Why the hell I'm trying to prove to you I love you? I do been in white folks all the time. I don't do no extra with them. I'm the same. I have white people. Listen, I treat people the same. If you do what work for me and we good, that's all I don't ask them jumped in on who. I don't mistreat them. I don't do it. I just be mean. Because at the end of the day, none of us made us. Just do the job. That's all I care about at the end of the day. I ain't doing nothing extra to make you think I love you and your white skin. And I don't know for you to do nothing extra me to be with you. Just do right and be fair. That's all I have. Just be fair. I don't know why we overextend ourselves for these people. They'll never do it for us. Anytime they get up, I ask on the milk carton. Anytime they ever brought us anything, it hurt us in the end. That government cheese hurt us. When they came with them birth control, putting them girl arm in the project, I took them girl. I had non-emergency transportation. You remember that? They had that little thing they put on. I took them to the doctor with my non-emergency. All that stuff came back and backfired on us. Yeah. Don't ever believe that. They come in your neighborhood with that little nurse stuff. I don't play that stuff. No, I'm not interested. I don't sit. Listen, I growed up in the era. That damn little mobile home pull up, get away from it. Yeah. Go build a damn hospital. I ain't coming no mobile home. This ain't the damn Partridge family. What I'm going to no mobile home for to try to see about my health? No. Go get a hospital. Get somebody can track down. That damn thing gas up and run down the street. That thing got ice cream stickers on it. I'm trying to tell the police officer. They're like, which one? They're like, then you listen. Why was you on a mobile home in the first? Why you didn't go to the hospital? I'm looking dumb and dumber. Man, that's styrofoam. White folk don't go on them. White folk, they ain't brought no mobile home to their school. Them folk go to the hospital. All right, I'm finished. Let's see what happens. Sal, don't get y'all finished. Y'all hate me. Y'all ain't going to come back. Happy birthday to me. It's my party. I can preach on who I want to, preach on who I want to, preach on who I want to. All right. Verse 7, listen. I'm going to let y'all go. Oh, wait, 7, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
Let's
in the cup wherein she hath mingled, mingle ye double unto her.
What you know about mingling?
Don't do it.
Poison. Not supposed to mingle and mix. But it did it to you. So you thought you were drinking one thing, they gave you something else. See, Yahuah was up on the two, remember? He told them, and you know they gave him a mixture to drink. See, this I'm going to try to finish y'all up. None of us are practical. Me, you, none of the so-called people. None of us are practical. Because none of us believe what we believe. We believe. Now it's questionable. That don't make sense. Just drop that back down. Come on. Render to her as she also has rendered to. What did she get of Yahuah? Who she rendered to? Who is he telling to render back to her? The person that was the victim of what she gave him.
Right.
I'm just making sure. This ain't mine. This is their Latin right. New Testament. And, which is a conjunction.
Double.
Unto
her.
Double. According to what?
Her works.
To her works. In the cup wherein she has mingle ye double unto her. She poisoned you. You know what's amazing? Those people in Flint, Michigan. Those people sitting out in Mississippi. How many black people own that water system in Mississippi? Roger, you from Mississippi. What's the name of that black corporation?
Not black corporation.
Chris, you from Mississippi, man. You remember the name of the black corporation that own the water supply down there? Why is it, this is people that are asking, all the people getting poisoned, how is it that the water just, luckily, just go to poison water to the black neighborhood?
Crazy.
How does it just miraculously just go to the black poor neighborhood? How does it always go to a neighborhood? Why don't it ever go to black astute neighborhoods? Or people with money who connect to people and who got status? It always go to low income people. Lower in education. They don't have any connection to anything, and they always getting poisoned. But amazingly, he knows exactly who gave it to you.
Come on. Yes, sir.
Let's see something right quick. Look at the 27th chapter right quick on Matthew Yahuah. These people, I don't blame them for. I wouldn't follow me either. 27, say they're about 47, 46, 27, 46, 45, somewhere there. Let's see, 45, listen.
Now, from the 6th hour, there was Kashak over the whole Iraq until the 9th hour.
Mm-hmm.
And about the 9th hour, Yahushua sighed out with a loud call, saying, Ali, Ali, lama sabatana, that is, my Elohim, why hast thou forsaken me?
Mm-hmm.
And some that stood there in Shammah said, this each calleth Yahuah.
Mm-hmm.
And immediately one of them running took a sponge and filled it with vinegar and put it on a reed and gave him to drink.
Stop. Go back up to 36. Listen.
And they sat and watched him.
Oh, go up a little bit more. Let's see, 34. Let's see. Oh, 34. Let's see what happened.
And they gave him wine.
You said they gave him what?
Wine.
What did they give him?
Wine.
Y'all heard what they gave him, didn't it? They gave him wine. What happened?
To drink, mingled with gall.
Y'all think he was going to drink the gall, and he know they said, huh, he got a cup of gall. What was he going to drink? So how are we going to get him to drink the gall if he'll drink wine?
Mix it in.
Mix it in? Who would be that stupid? So when those people down there drinking that water, those are water pipes. And you ain't gonna believe it. They got something else mingled in with it. Because those people cutting on those pipes, they looking to drink poison?
No, sir.
They looking for water.
Yes, sir.
So how about if I just put a little something in it? Maybe mingle it and mix it. So while they getting the water, they get the poison. See, you think, because you know what wine look like, don't you? How many of y'all know what wine look like? Y'all know what wine look like? And how many of y'all used to drink wine? So back when you were drinking wine, if I had some wine, would you have drank it? So how many of y'all, when you were drinking wine, you'd have drunk gall if I gave it to you? Could we look up what the gall is while we're doing that? How many of y'all would have drunk gall? But y'all drunk wine. How many of y'all drunk wine? But you wouldn't drink gall. Confused. So if I had wine, y'all were drinking wine, how many of y'all would have drank it? Everything? All right. If I had gall and you were drinking wine, how many of y'all would have drunk gall back then? How many of y'all would have drunk the wine? Mingled with gall. That's how they told you. You'd have found out after you taste it like he did. Find out after you drink it. See, everybody didn't find out the water was poison until people got sick. Somebody caught it right at the rip, they'd have stopped. That's the purpose of mixing it. Because you're trying to allure people into something. And over a course of time, now the damage done. We can go fix the water pipe, but you're done with what? You're dealing with what we got. Let me see. Gall. Oh, that's dealing with different gall bladder. That's talking about behavior. So, annoyance, irritation. Man, they're probably going to drop it down. Abdominal growth form, no. Different, gall. So, they in there. Look up Bible meaning. Okay, gall. This, okay. Or bile. Oh, look at this. Gall. Coli. Poison, or what that? Andonine, wormwood, poppy, etc. Y'all know something about poppy? The poppy seed, heroin. That's what they gave the man, poison. Why you think they put it in the water for those people in Missouri and what was, I think St. Louis had it, was it Detroit had it, Michigan had it, Flint, Mississippi has it. They know who you are. That's what gall is. Huh? I mean, you just need to know what's going on. And he knew it. He knew it before he took it, but he was trying to let you see that's what you're doing. And this is the problem I have with my people, is the fact we talk about that. What I'm doing is almost like water cooler talk. They block me from a lot of stuff, YouTube, block me on Twitter, block me out, because they know I'm one of the few niggas telling folk the truth. I'm not teaching you to hate white people. I'm telling you to hate stupidity. Hate anything that works against you to take you down. Don't you have a right to equality? Don't you have a right to liberties and freedom? Why would they take that from you? The divide and hatred they claim we have is only stimulated by them and their behavior. It's hard to love somebody that hates you. How do you love somebody that hates you? I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I don't just say I do stuff, but you love me. What y'all say about her? Stupid. How many women out here? How many women here either were a part of an abusive relationship or knew women in an abusive relationship? What did you tell the woman in an abusive relationship? Leave? How many of y'all told he don't love you? He don't care about you. If he cared about you, he wouldn't do it. And why would you would try to tell him you need to get out of there? How could you do that and you stay here? There's no more abuse being inflicted on you than what we're dealing with right here. The fact that we spending valuable time, we could be using preaching, learning the word, obtaining more of Yahuah, but look at your present day situation. It works against you, not for you. He'll only let you see that and let you recommend that to them because he's going to come back and use it against you. And they gave him, hold on, come on down, 33. Look where he was now. Let me see what's he in a good position. And they came to the place that is called Golgotha, which is the place of Calvary. The man already suffering. You're already going to die. And now these people come along and they just speed up your immediate death. It wasn't like he was in a good spot and they were taking down. They already know the people in Flint, Michigan was in what? Prospering? Doing well, going up. What about Mississippi? What part of Mississippi that was? What they doing there? Flourishing, booming, coming up. You know what I'm saying? Why? Why would I get pleasure out of going around? They already dying. They're already behind in education. And then I'm going to poison them? Because you know what? White people don't care. They make up their own rights and wrong. They justify it in their hate. You can't hate them, but they can hate Osama bin Laden. They can that's any white Christian. That's what it said we're supposed to pray for Osama. They said, he's an enemy of America. We don't pray for him. God dealt with him just. Good to know. Because I'm wondering when he's going to come get your ass.
Come on, that's right.
Because you done did a lot of killing.
That's right.
Bombing and blowing.
That's right.
Now, won't he be fair and come get the rest of you? You know what they'll say? Now you're wrong. Yep. Now you're wrong. That ain't the love of God talking. That's why I don't have it. Yes, sir. See, this is how we are. That's how stupid we are. These black preachers went public on TV and prayed for this man. As long he was living, I told the man what he was before everybody found out. I've been preaching they fought me. The truth got out. But anyway, he prayed for Osama bin Laden to die. He prayed to God to take him down. But he would not pray for these same people that oppress him right here and oppress his members. He didn't pray for them little boys he was sleeping on top of either.
That's right. That's right.
He didn't pray for none of them other preachers that slept with them boys that this black judge covered up. Them folks tried to tell on them other preachers that they slept with, that they been with, and they put a gag on them they couldn't tell.
Yep.
Same thing with that old decrepit white dead bastard. What's his name? Earl Paul. I called him out too when he was living. I told him about him.
Yes, sir.
Sat there and slept with that woman, a stupid ass husband, stayed right there 14 years. You know, tell her she was manipulated. Walk in there and take your clothes off and sleep. Stop telling them lies.
That's right.
Horny heifer.
Yep.
Bang all them preachers.
Yep.
Put a court order on her. Gag order. Couldn't call none of their name. She was going to tell on every preacher she been with. Whole system corrupt.
Bro.
Folks, how I'm going to go to jail if I tell you everybody I slept with?
That's right.
I'm trying to come clean, and then it's going to be under threat. I got to go to prison.
Crazy.
These preachers control these judges. I told you, all these people sit on somebody's church.
Yeah.
Every one of these folks sit out here, they're on a religion. It's a religion that sit around here and that fluster this bastardly behavior.
Yeah.
They all sit on a religion that justify this behavior. They pulled a coattail up and here, pastor pulled him on there and let him know this will mess up the church of God.
Yeah.
It'll make people stop believing in God. See, it's bigger than this here. This is about people having faith in God. And he thought he did a service. He rather they used your ass.
That's right.
They used you. Should have let that woman told him, should have let that boy call out every one of them dirty bastards.
That's right.
Then they hated me. Tony Smith, Tony Smith, Tony Smith. I met a sheriff. They were one of his members. Me and her had a discussion about it while she was at work down there. And she told me, she said, you don't know. She said it been a big mess. She had to go that way. I said, they had to do that. She said they had to do it that way. Them people paying, listen, you in law enforcement, you explained to me they had to go that way. They knew they covered this stuff up. Law enforcement, the Carroll County Police played, the sheriff department played a part. Some of the people there went there and knew about it. Sue me for lying. So out their own mouth, they knew it and they covered it up. They covered this whole thing up for that dirty bastard. Nobody care about the kid. And I told Smith the one, I ought to go to hell. I ought to go to hell for calling out a man that victimized kids. How you come up with that in your conscious mind?
That's right.
How you come to your conscious mind, I'm the devil, and you get to sleep with the boys? You get to molest the boys, and Tony Smith the devil. Y'all know how I feel about this stuff? My own people leave me out to dry. I'm fighting for the kids.
That's right.
Tony Smith ain't never say. Look at hate. Every time, hate teaching, hate teaching. These boys were molested. The boy said, I smell a cologne on me. This man slept on these kids, slept with them, and played like he was a daddy to them. And Tony Smith need to burn and go to hell? Tony Smith ain't right. That's why I be so disgusted with people. That's why I tell you, I'm ready about done with life. I'm just tired. I'm just tired. I just never seen so many people in my life. Why are people so comfortable with other people being victimized? Why everybody okay with this? What y'all think them boys gonna do? Go up and be productive citizens. Those boys are going to molest other boys.
Yes, sir.
A couple of them already 100% gay.
Yep. Yes, sir.
100% already gay.
Yes, sir.
What do y'all think they're gonna do?
Same thing. Cycle continue.
And Tony Smith need to shut up and pray. I'm trying to save the kids. I get the most hate from people. I don't get the support from these people. I never come and ask these folks for a dime. We've never sold nothing. We don't have none of the kids be patient and raise nothing. We don't have friend, family, they bring up. All I'm trying to do is tell my people the truth. Right. I'm just trying to tell the people the truth. Why we can't just be honest? Right. These folks run me out. They put me on TV. They run me on TV. Jason done played a part in that. Creflo Dollar done played a part in that. Channel 5 said, I was on regular TV. All these bastards come along, telling them to stop coming. Word Network. I was going to Word Network. All them bastards got together. Them bastards I know they pulling off. If you let them on, we coming off. If you're doing what you're supposed to do, I ain't no threat to you.
That's right. That's right.
Do what you're supposed to do. Ain't no preacher threat to me.
That's right.
I can't see how you'll be a threat to me. They said, Tom Smith, no, I'm preaching the word. If you is, I say like Yahuah do. I say amen.
Amen. That's right.
What else can I say you preaching the truth?
That's right.
I'm a threat to these guys.
That's right.
They hate me. That white boy yesterday, I saw him, he contemplated. He had it in his mind though. Y'all just didn't catch it. I saw his mind. He was trying to get his head together, trying to figure out how he was going to do it. He had something he had to get off, he had to do it. Yahuah just saw fit not today. My own people be the reason why I'm going to get killed. I told y'all, that's just practical. It ain't nothing y'all can do about it. It's just practical. Let me tell y'all this, not try to be done this time. Don't take this job no false illusion. This job, it ain't all pleasure. It just come with the job. If I had it, I could do it another way. I can avoid it. It wouldn't happen. I still do it. Because the only way to avoid it not happen, that means I had to kowtow. That means I had to bow to these people. That means I had to go to their stuff and let them be supreme over me. That means I had to compromise and overlook a lot of stuff that's wrong. And people need somebody to be different. That's all. I'm just one person. All it takes is one person to be different. I'm going to spark one of the young people. Pop told him that himself one time. One of y'all young people going to be one of the people to pick up the baton. You'll do the right thing. That's why I got to do it. I don't have a choice in the matter. It's just how your life go. It's what they call like the luck of the draw. That's how the cards fall. You know, King said it, you know. I like to live a long time. I really would. But at the end of the day, what's more important is that the people get the truth. You know how many people have walked away, quit, giving up, nothing, just don't believe in nothing because they can't find nobody to stand for nothing. It's just terrifying. The fact that nobody and everybody justify everything wrong. Nobody will stand with what's right. So they just put him in. This is the stance I got. I know what come with the job. When the day come, don't hate the person. It had to be that way. There's no other way around it. Somebody got to do something different. Somebody got to be that one different person. You could be that person. But I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. Don't take it on with no false hopes of everything gonna be all right and nothing gonna happen to you. That's not true. The only reason why they poison those people, the reason why they poison those people, they can't afford another Megas ever. You can't afford another person, another Tony Smith. You can't afford nobody to stand up, another Marcus Garvey, somebody that stand up against the grain and start telling people things that are practical and people listen and people start to make changes. You can't afford it. You know, who wouldn't want to just live? It's beautiful. You can just get your life. You can go home. You ain't got to worry about your phone tab. You ain't got to worry about nobody following you. You ain't got to worry about nobody plotting to kill you. You ain't got to worry about your own people taking it. That's a beautiful life. Enjoy it while you have it. That's not my life. I'm not asking for nothing different. This is what I chose. This is what I want to do. I really go out like this. If I could just get somebody to listen, one person make that change, one person just obligate themselves to be ready when that man come back here. You can sell out and do that. I've done it. You just ride the wave and do it. Eventually the wave going to stop. You had to be able to live with yourself. I had to go to sleep every night with Tony Smith. I had to get up every night with Tony. I got to brush Tony Smith's teeth. I got to watch Tony Smith's face. I got to shave Tony Smith. I got to dress Tony Smith. I need to feel good about Tony Smith. That's where I'm stuck at till I leave him. You remember that. You can compromise. You can sell out with these people if you want to. But how you feel about yourself? They want you to think less of yourself. They want you, all the power they got is because we laid down and let it. Can Tony Smith fight all these people? No. But I'm not going to sell out to them. I just refuse to. I feel good about me. I want to feel good about myself. So this is the stance I take. Y'all got it? Right. I'm not a fool about my existence. I'm not can't nothing happen to me. This is stupid, okay? Everything can happen to me. I leave myself open for things to happen to me. But at the end of the day, what I'm going to do? I've been given a job to do, and I feel good about it. I know there's somebody out there just looking for one person to take a stance and be different. That's all. One person, because they've been made to feel they're stupid, you're crazy. But look at the whole world. When you think all these other people, but they know in themselves it's not practical. Just because everybody going one way, they realizing that still ain't right. That's right. I know something in me tell me it's not right. That's right. And it ain't going to be like this forever. So we can keep sparking people to get that mindset to take that stance and stop selling out the compromise on everything. I got people I deal with out here. I got people who got some status I know I deal with. I don't ask them for nothing. They'll tell you that I don't ask them for nothing. I do what I do. I do just like he told me. You make you friends with the man of the unrighteous. So when you fall, they'll receive you in everlasting habitation. It's business. It's stuff you got to do. But I make sure I keep my integrity. My integrity always going to stay there. I can do business with you. We're not setting no integrity. Hey, we can go do this with that. I'm not going to be able to do it. I'll let you know, though, if that's your hustle, that's your thing. You'll never be able to take me down as I did it with you. Just ain't my hustle. Business is business. At the end of the day, I got to be able to live with Tony Smith. I got to be able to teach to y'all and be an example to my young people. I think a lot of y'all young people, I fuss at you, don't I? I tell y'all the truth because I care about you. I ain't the only person care about you. I just want you to think and watch people. People don't just give you something for nothing. That's impossible. Want some money? Here you go. Is that practical? I'm just give you $100. It's practical. You ain't got to do nothing for that $100. This is $100. Think about that. I just gave you this. This is yours. What did you do to get that? Nothing. And you ain't going to have to do nothing. Hand it back. That's what I want to teach you. Stop thinking people just give you something. That's not practical. The world don't float that way. He, like I said, he just said, he out there on mouth. He done nothing to get $100. Why would I just give him $100? Ain't his birthday. He ain't just got married. It wasn't a funeral. It wasn't raising money. It wasn't selling. Why would I just give you $100? So he didn't do nothing, which means he's going to be compromised later to have to do something. That's what I try to teach y'all. Pay attention. Watch things. People don't just do stuff for nothing. Y'all got me? Always think. Question. Amen. Why you don't question? Don't question. Now I really got to watch. Why you don't want me to ask questions now? Why you don't want me to think? Because sometimes you get put in the comment. When I get him there, he get to going. I'm going to wait to spend $100 up. Then I'm going to ask him for something. Or he can give me back the $100 that he ain't got. Know what he going to have to do? What about young people? What he going to have to do, young people? He done spent the $100, he ain't got it. What he going to have to do, Danny? Exactly. I just tell him, well, just give me back the $100. He ain't got it. You ain't got the $100, huh? Wow. Oh, I got to get something. You got to do something. You got to rob a bank, steal something, give your body up. You got to do something. You got to rob. You got to do something. You see what I'm trying to get y'all to think about? Process things. People don't just give you things for nothing. Y'all got it. Think about it. They'll wait till you use it up. It's gone. Then I had a friend. I said friend, can't be my friend. He went to jail and went in there. Got in there. Dude gave him a $100 bun. They back in there. Gave him a $100 bun. He ate that $100 bun. Dude told him he didn't get that $100 bun. He told him, man, he ain't have no $100 bun. He told him yesterday. Y'all know what happened to him, don't you? He was plaiting hair in jail. It was an easy win. He said he just popped him, man, just give you a $100 bun, Dave. Free $100 bun. He ate it. And dude waited, he ate it and told him he need to get that $100 bun back. He ain't had no $100 bun. He told him, you got a $100 bun. And he got a $100 bun too. That's why I try to teach y'all, pay attention, watch. People will trap you. Y'all hear me? My young daughter, y'all hear me? People will trap you. Man, just get you and they're going to take out the dinner. Where we going with this? What do you want to eat at? What's your favorite restaurant? I'm just curious. Benihana. We're going to go to Benihana. That probably cost about $800. What you think we're going to do and get through? Let me get that Benihana back. Let me get that right quick. Let me get the Benihana back. You ain't got it. What she got to do? Come on, what she got to do, Gavin? Do y'all see what I'm trying to get y'all to process? I just want y'all to process people are not in the habit of just doing stuff for free. That's right. Huh? It's going to be rare in life you just meet people. I'm just trying to tell you, a lot of people get put in compromising positions because now I have a debt over my head. Why you think the Negro has never left America? Why you think he's never been? Because he has a damn debt over his head. That's how you trap the slave from leaving. They don't tell you all the mess. Y'all heard about Emancipation Proclamation before to come through. I call it constipation. He calls it emancipation. I call it constipation because you're still stuck up. You ain't got it out yet. Well, along with the so-called liberation, freedom of slavery, the problem came in. You can go ahead and go. Well, you ain't never left the plantation before. Which way you go down? You ain't never left him before. You never been out there. Which way you go to freedom?
No idea.
Exactly. So you stay here where we work a deal where you can farm and me and you split the profit. All right, you and your family, you stay here. We grow the crops. You give it to me. Remember, you ain't never left him. I'll go and take it to the market. When I come back, we ain't do good this year. I don't want to give him this sack of peas by the time we got finished. I ain't even got nothing. But I know you and your family, I'd rather y'all have it. He running the house, tell you, look here, Master went up there, he ain't getting nothing but a sack of peas, and he gave up, he wanted to eat. Do that make practical sense? Hell, you my slave. Why I give a damn about a slave eating?
That's right.
Why would I give you peas and me and my family gonna be hungry? Now I trap him. Now he finally catch on, this didn't happen a couple of times. He tired of it, he ready to go. He don't give a damn which way. Any way away from him, ready for him to go. He ready to go now. And that's a smart decision you make it. Can you just pay me for that stuff?
Right.
Did I tell you I never paid him? We were doing sharecropping and we were sharecropping. I never came back no money. I was giving him peas. Then all you got to do and you can leave is pay me for what you planted that we lost money on. Wow. He stuck. Dave, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do because I'm a fair man, Dave. I'll let you work it off. What happened, Dave? Come on, Dave. Stop it. How many of y'all know I'm a good slave owner? I'm happy the man. I'm going to let him work it off. He ain't got the money. Oh, man. Y'all say, it'd be different if I was just take from the man, Danny, 10 years. You can go after that. You and your family, y'all can go. So I'll be the whole time you were beat when you was a slave. You've been beat and shackled. White people try to convince you they did a fair. It's never been a fair deal. You can't win. You had to go to market me. First of all, you don't know how to read. You don't know how to count. How you know what's going on right here? You a nigga. I don't let you leave out the plantation. That keeps you from escaping. Because if you keep running, you're going to be looking. You're going to remember that tree, river, house over here. You'll start putting, so I keep you on the field for a reason. So when you ever leave, you will never know where you're going. And guess what happened with us? You never know where you're going. Why you think we've been trapped? You ain't been nowhere. You don't know where you're going. You never been free. How you know what freedom is? See, the first people we had were the escapees. After 3, 4, 5 generations, where you escaped to? Baghdad. Africa? When you been to Africa, Dave? Never been. Dave, stand up for a second. Take off right now and run to Africa. You can escape right now around here and go to Africa. No, I can't. Which way is Africa? I don't know. Let me ask y'all a question. Have I not been fair with Dave? Did I not give Dave the opportunity? Hold on for me. Did I not give Dave the opportunity? I do that, Dave. I do that, Dave. I turn my back on Dave. Shulu, run, Dave. Escape. Y'all see Dave going to Africa? Yeah, you right. I'm so surprised. See, that's how they justify themselves in conversation. Well, Ray, if you don't like him, you know you can go carry your black ass back to Africa now. Ray, stand up for him, please. Take out to Africa. Turn my back, he can go. Go to Africa, eh, Ray? See, y'all always blaming white folk. White folk keep me back. White folk won't let me go to Africa. I told that nigga, go to Africa, nigga. Go ahead, take off. Which way Africa? Point to Africa. I know it's to the east. To the east. That way, Africa. You head to Augusta. I'm waiting, but don't do it in Augusta. You fine. But you see what I'm saying? They'll tell you stuff that they know that you couldn't possibly just do offhand. Because they know, first of all, let's go with this. He knows where Africa is. Let's do that. Where are you going to Africa? Right, exactly. To what tribe? Exactly. To what part of Africa? Exactly. Am I not fair though to tell me he can go? Ray, I don't want to hold you back, Ray. I can see you got Africa written all over you. I've been watching all your little. No, every time I come out here, Mama, Africa there, Africa there, chunk, 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 beating a little stick. I'm sick of hearing it from Ray. Go ahead, Ray. You can go. Go on back to your tribe, Ray, in Africa. You don't know what tribe it is. That's right. Don't exist no more. You fine. They wiped that tribe out. That's true. See, you see what I'm saying? So when they make that little smart little comment, go on back, you don't like him. You wiped everything away. You wiped any knowledge I would have had that would have been passed down of it. It don't exist. You changed landmark. Now get there, you're gonna look like a fool. I purposely did that to make sense. I can't have you and a bunch of niggas going back shooting no video, man, on no Instagram. I'm talking about we in TikTok. I'm back over here, bone crushing and playing with them big old sticks and all. I can't have no stuff like that. See, you don't even know you trapped. The only thing we can do though, and then purposely, the only thing we can look for out of existence getting back to it get back to all of him. Yes, sir. That's the only thing we can trade back that's authentic. You can't trace the other stuff back. Right. They erased it when you left. Go in the pyramid. They erased it. Why you think they did? They put them white skinned people. Those white skinned people said they know they took the noses off of those Sphinx. They erased everything about you. That's a whole nother white culture. Those people that are called Coptic Christians. That's an ancient Mizraim speech that they have made up of Christianity. How in the hell will some people in Mizraim, one of the oldest civilizations in the world, be Christian? Come on, preacher. How? Don't make sense. No way. Our people don't know nothing. They're arguing, fighting, they hate me. I'm just telling y'all the truth. One of my young people, how many of y'all took geography? You took it. Let me stand, y'all two stand up. Go to Africa. You know, like, get out of here. Go. Go. Y'all took geography. Well, y'all failed it? Did well? Choo, Lou. Go quick. What's the problem? You don't know where it's at? You either. Do y'all at least know the name of the tribe? I want to help y'all get back. Give me the name of the tribe. Because I want y'all niggas gone so bad I take it. What's the name of the tribe? What street it's on? Do you know anything? Landscape, bushes, trees, what y'all know? Water, what you know? Anything? Y'all fine. But this the kind of stuff we get from them, though. When they know what they've done. You know what you done. And they try to play like the nigga him, he loving him. You done changed the sense of direction. Everything I used to work off direction. I used to know how to trace from the moon, how to Shema sit, all the stuff we can trace. We know how to get back, read the cook of beans. Now I got to go to a planetarium and a white man sit me down. He put some fakes up and show me everything. What was I doing before I met him in the planetarium?
That's right.
He used me to get direction.
That's right.
Now I got to take my kid to Fernbeck Science Center. Now I got to wait till National Geographic come on and show my kid. White man got to show me the lens where the white man go in places I can't go to. He get a right side helmet. He do that and throw it in my face. You don't think that hurt me? I supposed to be doing this. I supposed to be he took it from me. Now he had, what I told him. Now he switched around. Now he tell me, nigga, see nigga, this what this is, nigga. See nigga, this how they live, nigga. See the animal think like this, nigga. I'm the one told him. I'll get ready to let y'all go. At the end of the day, just think. That's all I want to do. Think. My time come, no, I wouldn't have took it no other way. It's expedient that somebody take that stance. Somebody had to make that, and it ain't for everybody. It ain't a suicide mission I'm on. Y'all got me? It ain't it. At the end of the day, when you take on to speak truth and stand for truth, truth gonna come with your life. You can't stand for truth and your life not be attached. Y'all understand me? Don't listen to these people. You can't stand for truth and your life not be on the line. I wouldn't tell you no lies, okay?
That's right.
I wouldn't have it no other way. That's good.